You ever like run out of time and you forget that you're streaming? Yeah, that's what happened. That's what happened today. So, yeah, like I almost didn't make it. Almost didn't make it to the stream today. Or at least, the for the for the start of the stream. I mean, I'd prepared for the stream, but I hadn't, you know what I mean. But hey, welcome. Welcome, good to see you. And I see your tip there, Ninjinzu. Let's see if it actually comes through. Who knows? These days, because nothing seems to be logged in. Everything's like logged me out. Who knows? Maybe later in the stream we'll get it. But when we get to it, we'll get to it. Here's the thing. Yeah, it was my birthday yesterday, and it was pretty uneventful. Just gonna say, pretty uneventful. But hey, we'll get to that. Welcome to the stream. I'm Rob. This is Order 42, and we're here doing the thing. We're doing it like we do a lot. And hey, there's a poll up right now. And right now, I mean, we're really close. Now, you might be saying, there's not a lot there. Cupcake, donut, peanut butter cream. Well, that's because there's strawberry in all of them. So the first one is strawberry cupcake, stalker assignment. I mean, hey, it's a name. It's a name. Strawberry and cream donut. If I said cream donut, I don't know if that would have been weird, I think. But anyway, Ghoulish Recording is the name of that one. And then, this is from last week, Bones. That is the peanut butter and strawberry with cream. So, it's a strawberry kind of day. You know what I'm saying? It's a strawberry kind of day. So, hey, pick what you want. Pick what you want. Right now, peanut butter and strawberry cream is winning with 45% of the vote, but 27% for the cupcake and donut. So, you guys, it's up to you. It's up to you. I leave it in your hands. But welcome, everybody. I hope you had a good week, good weekend, all those kinds of things. Star Fox coming in hot. Peanut butts. Actually, it said peanut butter. But welcome, Star Fox. And then Bonobo Juice, hours and counting, we see and arrive. Well, thank you and welcome. And thank you again. And thanks for the birthday wishes. I mean, look, here's the thing. I'm not one of those people. I don't know what it is about my personality that I'm just not a big birthday guy. Like I don't like, hey everybody, it's my birthday. I mean, it's a thing. I had a birthday. And I'm old. I turned 50, which is crazy. So there you go. That's a thing. But then Justin Yates with the Monkees. And Justin apparently is doing a show right now. Because, Justin's like this big musician and blah, blah, blah. No. I'll be showing off something from Justin later on in the show. But hey, I'm sure that was just a pop in, say hello, and okay, I got to do my thing. So, and then Jinzu, thank you so much. $10, a $10 donation. Happy birthday, Rob. I appreciate it, sir. Thank you so much. Again, just you guys being here is enough. So I appreciate it. Thank you very much. So let's put a dead animal on you. Croc skin, buttercream, croc skin, buttercream. What size is the waist? Let's go in. I'm not sure what any of that means. And then Bonobo said, I thought that was the new vape flavor. Buttercream croc skin. Ew. Ew. That would be so gross. So gross. Kind of plain Jane on the flavors, donut or cupcake. That's I explained it. Cosma. And it's because all of them had strawberry. I figured it'd be too much strawberry in the thing, And so I just figured, hey, you pick the base or whatever. Hey, cupcake, donut, or peanut butter cream. I don't know. It was a thought. It was a thought. Pixel Phoenix, welcome. Good to see you. I apologize that I missed out on the festivities yesterday with the Philbert did a live stream with a bunch of folks talking about Metal Gear Solid. I missed out on it because I was busy doing birthday things. And not like I said, when I tell you what I did for my birthday, you're gonna be like, "Wow, you are old." Yeah, old man over here. I spent the afternoon yelling at kids to get off my lawn. I took an Epsom salt bath. I had some uh gravy on bread, and then I went to sleep at 6 p.m. after the evening news. No, I didn't do any of that. I didn't do any of that. But you know, I'm getting old. Just saying, getting old. Seriously, happy birthday, Cosma. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Happy belated thank you, Pixel. Happy post birthday, man. Squiggles. Thank you, sir. It's good to see you. It's good to see everybody. It's good to see everybody in here. Samuel, greetings, everyone. Happy birthday with the flowers. Hey, thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Birthday, though, you don't have to care. We care. And now that the number's locked in, you look youthful as for real. I don't know what you mean by that. I honestly, it seriously doesn't feel any different. It's one of those things where it's like, you get to a certain point, it's just the same thing. It's just the same thing. It's just maybe a couple of circumstances are different, But yeah. Getting older. But here's seriously what I did. I spent most of the day watching a series, I guess. Basically just chilling out, April was home yesterday and she was like, "Hey, you should go." She knows dude, I have a weird, like, I get cravings for Dave's hot chicken. But I was like, I don't think that's a good idea, especially if we're going to go out and be doing stuff. Because you never know with Crohn's boy. You never know what's going to happen. I'm not doing the Dave's hot chicken, so I just had a sandwich. My normal thing. So like I said, spent the day just enjoying the day, enjoying the series I was watching, which we'll get to. Like I said, finished it off today. But also, Sunday night, April made me brownies. I didn't want a cake. I was like, I want something different, and I've been on this brownie kick for the last 2 weeks. I don't know what the hell is going on there. But I have just been on a brownie kick, and I just want brownies. So she made me a thing of brownies, and I spent yesterday and today eating brownies. And no extracurricular material, Rufus. No, just regular old chocolate brownies, and they were awesome. So that's what I did. So, but welcome, Rufus. Good to see you, sir. Rush Hour 2 reference. Buttercream is from Rush Hour. See, I didn't. Dude, it's been years since I saw Rush Hour. Years. And there's that huge freaking Jackie Chan set that I kind of want. But, man, $200? $200 for what ends up being 6 movies? That's, wow. Wow. You know what I mean? Like, wow. But I kind of want it because I don't have any of those movies. In fact, I don't think I have any of those movies, period. So, yeah. So if you Shozama, welcome. If you reversed it, you turned 5. Yeah. Yes. I don't know how old I would be if I grew up on Mars. But I wonder if Mars, like if you grew up on Mars, and of course it's a longer, revolution around the sun. I think I'm only like 5.5 or something like that. I don't know. I did the math once, and that was years ago. Um, but yeah, I wonder if they, even do that. Like if you grew up on Mars, would you be? How would that work? You know, are there seasons on Mars? I guess we'll find out when we start populating the planet after we destroy this one. Oh, wish I was joking. Pixel said it's all good. We had Dave there during the Metal Gear Solid chat for a bit and it was fun, but we will definitely have more to come. Well, that is I heard that. And I was honestly jealous to see the other names. You know, that Justin was there, Miss Moon was there. And I believe you were there, right? Yeah. Yeah. That would be fun. But I wasn't there. I'm sorry. Detective Epsom Salt. I'm a gumshoe. Yeah. Hey, look, I've been watching a lot of noir, trying to get inspiration, so you never know. Stephen Lapierre, 1742, asks, who's Dave? Well, that is the game Dave. Depending on who you are and where you come from. Dave is an American. He's got brown hair, wears glasses. But he's known as Game Dave on YouTube and on Twitch. But he's awesome. He's great. He was in the Adventures in Game Chasing movie. Like if you're a Game Chasers fan, he was in the movie. He's been in some Game Chasers episodes. Game Dave, and a lot of us in here. I mean, gosh, it ends up being a lot of us in here. Go over to Game Dave's channel on Thursday nights over on Twitch, and we watch him stream. So it's a thing. It's fun. It's fun. And Rachel, thank you for the happy birthday wishes again. It's a thing. I turned 50. I didn't really get anything like special other than dollars, which is nice because that means all of these very expensive things that are coming out, I have pre-ordered a lot of them. I still can't bring myself to pre-order that Kira Kurosawa $200 set. I can't. I just can't do it. Considering I have all of them except for one on Blu-ray. I have Seven Samurai in 4K. Oh. Did I get any movies Blu-rays 4K? Absolutely. Kind of. Here's the thing. Last week we had that Criterion one-day sale that was on Tuesday, Tuesday at noon through Wednesday at noon. I went a little nuts. Now they're not all here yet. Got a few of them, but they're not all here yet. But yeah, I went a little nuts with that. And then I bought things, I bought things that I have to purchase. They're my things, but like I bought flavors, so I can make my liquids and things like that. This is kind of boring stuff. But anyway, so yesterday, here's what we did. April got off work and we went shopping. Didn't buy anything. Actually, we did buy a thing, but I didn't pick it up till today. So whatever. But I bought a thing. Then we went and I wanted street tacos for dinner. I was like, that's going to be my dinner. I want street tacos. It sounds good. So we were going to go to this place that we go to that's sort of local and awesome. Like April and I both love it. They're closed on Mondays. So we had to go to a different one. And it was fine. It wasn't great. It was fine. But that's no big deal. We left there and we just went grocery shopping. Yeah, we went grocery shopping. Got back here, put everything away, and then we did our taxes. That's what old people, kind of do sometimes, is you just have to do things that you don't want to do. And that's something that had been weighing on me. And I said, can we please just finish off the taxes tonight? And she's like, yeah, let's do it. So we finished off the taxes and we're still having to pay, but that's okay. And it's not because of this channel or anything like that. That actually, it's weird. Even though I didn't buy anything major, it still was a loss. But that's a small YouTuber for you, and that's fine. Seriously, I enjoy doing this. I really do. So don't worry. Okay, no worries. But it was it was a loss. So it worked out on the taxes, just great. But no, yeah, that was it pretty much. And then I spent the rest of the night. I did some reading. I watched some more of this series. Like I said, I finished the series today. So, yeah, that was my big birthday bash. But again, we weren't exactly sure what we were going to do and what I was going to want to do. We were going to, one of the places that I wanted to go to, I was thinking about going to was Barnes and Noble. And then I remembered, I was like, I have, I have all the books I need for like the next year. I have a huge book list. And then I thought about, well, what if there's a movie on sale? At Barnes and Noble, no. Barnes and Noble, if there's a sale at Barnes and Noble, I would have already known about it, and I probably already would have, picked the bones clean, if you know what I mean. Because they'll do, they do their Criterion sale twice a year. They do an Arrow sale once or twice a year. Then sometimes they'll do a Radiance or a Kino Lorber sale. All of those things, I was just kind of like, there's nothing on sale right now. There's no point. So I'm just saving up the my birthday loot, my birthday dollars, and I'm gonna be saving it for other things. And also, we've talked about this on the channel. I am gonna have to replace this computer this year. So when Apple comes out with their new lines of Mac Minis and or iMacs, depending on what they have, I'm going to be spending some of that money on that. So I figure now's a good time to just sit back, just relax and chill and not worry about it and just do the thing, stay the course. I've still got a stack of movies over here with another stack on the way. I've got multiple things pre-ordered. So I'm good. I'm good for a while. So it's not like, ooh, look at this thing I bought yesterday on my birthday. I didn't really do that. Unless you want to count my, bag of chips, Oh, we also did a Universal Yums box. Not what it's called? We do that every month. I've talked about that. I actually showed it off once and it was like, this was kind of boring. It's like, hey, look at me eat this thing. It's like, it's not that fun. But yeah, it's where, every month they'll send you a box from a different country and then you get some of their snacks. So it could be like, their chips or, here's the crazy dessert thing that they like in this country, The weirdest thing that they had was it was a mango puree. It was like almost like a mango puree in a chocolate bar. So it's like a chocolate bar with a mango puree inside. And I was thinking, this is going to taste weird. It was really interesting. Like probably the most interesting thing that we ate. It was pretty good, but anyway, nothing, like I said, nothing that crazy. Nothing that crazy. Happy birthday, old man. Aries, huh? You don't seem like one. Where did all the fire go? I got the fire. Here's the thing. You get to a certain point and you realize sometimes it's best to let others lead. I mean, I am hosting a freaking YouTube. I do a YouTube thing, I mean, I think that's a very ego driven thing. I mean, I think if you have a YouTube channel, you have a bit of an ego. That's just part of the deal, right? And the difference is keeping that ego in check. So I do. I try. Doesn't always work. My brother is the 26th. He calmed down too. Thank God he was a monster. Yeah, I wouldn't say I was a monster, but I was definitely yeah, I had quite an ego back in the day. I was insufferable back in the day. I'm just going to say it. You know, it's amazing that, you know, my wife likes me. You know, from back then. It's like, you fell in love with that guy? That guy was a prick. Anyway, I guess I was good enough, you know. Bowie singing Dave is a young American. The that yeah, Dave is an American. It's Johnny, right? In that song. I'm afraid of Americans. If you've never heard that song, it's a cool song. It's right around the time when he had just toured with Nine Inch Nails, and so there was almost like a Nine Inch Nails influence on the way that he was writing songs at that in that period. And the music video is David Bowie and Trent Reznor, and they recently released a 4K because it was shot on film, to my knowledge, and they released a 4K version of it on YouTube, and it looks insanely cool. Like it looks great. And David Bowie's one of those people that I just, man, the I guess the older I get, the more I appreciate him. Like I didn't really appreciate him when he was alive, which is a bummer. But now, as I've gotten older and kind of further away from when he died, it's like, man, what an amazing artist and just a cool guy. You know, just like I just love the guy. I love just listening to him talk about things. It was awesome. Anyway, Game Dave is an amazing guy. He is. I gave you something, the heads up on some sales. Yeah, you did. In fact, we're gonna real quick. I want to show you this just in case. I know that I've shown you some of the sales going on, but there is a digital sale going on right now that's stupid. Okay, first up, I'm just gonna say, and now again, this is on iTunes, but if you have Movies Anywhere, if you have Movies Anywhere, it will link to all of your different digital services. So, for example, if you have a YouTube account and you have an iTunes account, loud engine driving by. If you have both of those, they will link up. So you could watch, like if you bought such and such movie, it may be on YouTube as well. You can just watch it on YouTube if it's easier for you. But that's all the different digital things. And Movies Anywhere is actually kind of cool. So anyway, but from iTunes, look at this. The 10 Fast and Furious movies for $50. That is a crazy deal. And then right next to it, and then right up there, you've got two different Clint Eastwood, Sergio Leone collections. So I have this the one in over there, the orange one. I have that 4-film digital collection. It's got The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, Fistful of Dollars for a few dollars more, but it's also got, instead of Duck You Sucker, which is up here, it has Hang 'em High. So just depending on, you know, if you like one or the other. But I mean, dude, $15 for those, pretty awesome. And then again, that set there, Star Trek, the original series. So 3 seasons of Star Trek, $15. That's stupid. And then right up here, didn't I just say I've never seen Wild at Heart? It's one of the David Lynch movies I've never seen that I really want to see. There it is, $5. Now, I mean, it's just in HD. There's no special features, but I was like, hell yeah, dude. Screw it. But there's a bunch of deals here. So look, Star Trek, 10 movies right in the center there, $25. There's the new Superman for $10. What do you call this? The Kelvin timeline, I think is what it's called. Those 3 movies, $12.99. There's Caught Stealing, which came out last year, $8. Haven't seen it yet. I still haven't seen Begonia for $10. There's Sentimental Value, which was up for Best Picture, and actually won Best International Picture. $10. The new Naked Gun, $10. 12 Monkeys in Brazil for $10. So, and if you see that Star Trek, though, like, okay, so basically at the end of this row, that is just the first season, I think, or the second season, because you're gonna see some of these seasons for $1. Yeah, so there's Twin Peaks right there. That's just season 1 for $1. But there's just crazy deals. Look at that. The Star Trek, the original 6 Star Trek movies for $20. There's the Next Generation movies for $15. Look at this right here. This Jet Li collection. There was a physical set that came out that was over $100. Digitally, it's only $15 right now. Dude. I mean, dude. So yeah, check this out. This is a link that I put on there all the time. It's in every description because it's a site that I go to at least twice a week, usually on Tuesdays and Fridays, because that's when the deals start typically. But yeah, great deals on a bunch of different movies. Hey, check it out. I just wanted to bring that up, especially because of those crazy deals on the Star Trek stuff and the Clint Eastwood and the Fast and Furious. If you're down for that, I mean, look, it's awesome. It's awesome. And I mean, I'm that guy that I love my physical movies, man. I love my physical media, but sometimes it's not worth paying $30 for a disc that you're only going to watch once. If you just want to see it, like that Wild at Heart, I bought that today so I can watch it, and then I can keep watching it if I want to until hopefully eventually they'll release it on 4K from Criterion or something. That's how I look at it, man. It's awesome. Awesome. So yeah. Street Tacos 2, The World Devourer. Yeah, that was me yesterday. I only had 4. I had 2 asada tacos and 2 al pastor. And I get them on corn tortillas with onions and cilantro and their crazy burn your butt up hot sauce, you know? Your butt. Yeah. I like it hot. I do. What can I say? I like it hot. And look at this right now. Cupcake. These two are battling it out. Tied for first place. Cupcake and peanut butter and strawberry with cream are fighting it out. It's at 38%. 38%. And then you've got strawberry and cream donut in last place. So get your vote in if you want to vote. If you don't want to vote, well then, okay. I was going to say, screw you. But then I was like, okay, if you don't want to. Al Pastor, attorney and gumshoe at large. Oh, man. Al Pastor. That's a good one. That's a good one. I didn't F up my coil. Thank you, 7th. I appreciate that. I didn't F up my coil. Time to close up. Head to Whataburger, then get back on here when I'm home. Ricky, you're probably already gone, but hey, drive safe. Do the thing. I love that game. I can't beat M. Bisonburger. Damn, I'm smooth. Wow. Barn sales rotate right now. 40% off foreign films, 50% off Paramount Presents, and 50% off documentaries. Yeah, like I can't think of any. The only Paramount film, you know, because they did it with Chinatown. Is that up there? Yeah, they did it with Chinatown, which I loved, and looked great. Loved that it came with the 2 Jakes. But they did Primal Fear. I love that movie. First off, I'm one of those people that in the right part, I think Richard Gere's awesome. Of course, it's also the movie that put Edward Norton on the map. Laura Linney. Laura Linney ranks right up there with Jodie Foster for me. As just, I don't know what it is. Just like her. I like her a lot. She's great in that. It's a fantastic movie. Like I said, it put Edward Norton on the map, but it's also a law movie. For some reason, that's a genre of film that just they just don't do it as much anymore. And I really love a good film set in a courtroom or whatever. I love it. Primal Fear is a great one. 12 Angry Men, of course. Uh yeah. Yeah, it's good stuff. So, Primal Fear. That's the only one that I can think of that might be on sale right now, but I just don't know. And Seven said, on my last birthday, I went to Walmart, looked at their selection of beard dyes, said I never go anywhere anyway, went home, ate a microwave chicken sandwich, and went to bed. Hey, that's pretty much as eventful as what I just went through. There's not a whole lot. Just not a whole lot. And it's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Any of you guys messing with this angine de poitrine? I probably butchered the hell out of that. I finally gave in last night and watched it. Was blown away. Listened to this set 6 times in the last 19 hours. I have no idea what that is. No clue. No clue at all. When you get 70% of that birthday money I sent you, spend it on something completely superfluous. Well, here's the thing. The way that we do things here, April 9, all of our money, all of the monies that she makes and the monies that I make, which is, whatever, right? She does a lot better than I do. Okay. All of those monies go into the account. And then every month we get our allowance. And we can spend that allowance on anything that we want, basically. And there are things that don't count. So for example, gas. We individually don't pay for our own gas. That comes out of our account. Of course, groceries, all that stuff comes out of the main account. But if we decide, hey, instead of making a sandwich, I can go out to eat and spend $10, $15 on lunch, that comes out of my account. So that's rare though. I very rarely go out to eat for whatever. Oh, we get one free lunch a week to eat out. Now, if we're going together, like if we're just going to dinner, that comes out of our account. We don't have to pay for it ourselves. Anyway, so that means movies, video games, whatever. So like I bought Pokemon Pokopia a couple of weeks ago and have been enjoying it. I actually haven't played it in a few days. They're probably all sad and, starving or something, but who cares? They're just Pokemon. Anyway, so that comes out of that account. Now, what also happens is when I used to smoke, that would come out of that account. So most of the time I'd only be getting like $30 or $40 to play with a month. Now, because I vape and I don't spend much on vape stuff anymore, I mean, barely spend anything on vape stuff anymore. Yeah, that just goes into my account and then I can rack it up. Now, if you remember, last year I was basically in deficit for most of the year because I bought so much stuff. This year I'm on I'm in the green, so to speak. But so basically what I'm trying to say is we do it that way because it controls our spending. We don't go nuts. We don't buy a bunch of stuff that we don't need. I don't just go, hey, I think we should buy a new TV and just go put it on a credit card. We don't do that. We really watch what we spend. And I think it's made life a lot easier for us. But any of the money that I make from this technically goes into our account and it just goes in with the rest of the monies. And yeah, but trust me, I have bought plenty of superfluous things. Okay. So don't you worry about that. Okay. Begonia and cheese sandwich with mustard. I do love a good begonia sandwich. I still need to see it. I really want to see it. But like I said, most of the time I'm either, I also started writing yesterday. So like feel like I'm actually started, so that's a good thing. So there you go. That's a thing. To the surprise of no one, I have all the Fast movies. Well, I mean, it's not a surprise, but still, I mean, if you wanted it, that's a hell of a deal. $50, you know? No chorizo tacos. You know, Ninjinzu, chorizo is not usually what I go for. In fact, the main place that I go, all they have is they have their Al Pastor, they have Tinga, and those are the best ones. They of course they have, you know, your regular, you know, barbacoa. They have your I can't remember what they call it. It's just pulled chicken. It's not very good. Debrachado or something like that. I don't remember. Pollo debrachado. And then for a while there, they had your lengua and your tripa. And I tried both of those, and they were fine. I knew what they were. They were fine. But they stopped making those. So basically, they just have the main, and I don't remember what they called, just regular ground beef. So basically, it's ground beef, pulled chicken, your marinated chicken, I guess, your al pastor, and your barbacoa. Oh, and your regular carnitas. So they don't even have chorizo as an option. Now, if I went in for breakfast time, I could get a chorizo taco, but they don't have it. I'm just not a big chorizo guy. It's fine, but I'd rather have, for me, I'm an al pastor guy. Like if there's a place that has al pastor, that's where we should have gone. Well, maybe this weekend or something. Maybe this weekend. There's a place where I used to work. I used to work in so if you look at the Metroplex, right? There's Dallas on one side, there's Fort Worth on the other, right? I'm doing this backwards. So right? Grand Prairie is kind of right in the center. That's where I grew up. But on the north side of the Metroplex is a city called Irving. And that's where like the airport is, the big DFW airport is technically kind of in Irving. It's right on the edge of Irving and then Grapevine and blah blah blah. It's right in the center. So Irving is right in this, pretty much in the center too. That's where I used to work, and there was a place there that just had a it's some generic name too. It's like Tacos to Go, but it was this little bitty hole in the wall in a shopping center. They had the best freaking tacos. Now, granted, I think my place that's, you know, pretty close to me, I think it's got a beat. But for lunch, dude, I would just get the al pastor quesadillas. They were awesome. They were so good. But I'm an al pastor guy, so I don't know. I like tacos, but I'm so uncultured. Here's my taco: beef, shredded cheese, lettuce, sour cream, and the Taco Bell hot sauce. Damn it, I gave my source away. Damn it. Well, here's the thing. Bonobo Juice, if you ever came here, which, you know, you should, but if you came here, I would take you on a trip, and I'll take you to real tacos. And they're awesome. And they actually say at the place that I go to, they call them, they serve exactly that. They call them gringo tacos. But me, I went on a hunt, basically a taco hunt. And I was just going to all of these little hole in the wall places trying to find the best street tacos. This is probably, I think this was when I was laid off like 15 years ago. Before I got the job working with the you know, the fruit company, you know, the fruit company, you know. Why is it? Oh, my hands were wet. I was wondering why that was moist. That's right. I had a moist phone. But yeah, when I was working for that fruit company, it was before that. I went on a hunt one day, you know, like I said, I'm just going to find the best place. And then I took April over here and she was like, this is awesome. And I'm like, right? So yeah, we've been a fan ever since. A loose remake of Blazing Saddles hit Hulu today. I suspect awfulness. Well, I mean, here's the thing. just like the video that I did last week where I was talking about, the new Lord of the Rings movies and the Harry Potter series and all that stuff. There's really there's two kinds of people in the world. There's people that look at that and go, I wonder if that's going to be any good. Or there's the person that's like, that's probably going to suck. I tend to be the guy that's like, oh, maybe. But, I mean, I'm usually very in the middle. I try not to get too down on it. Like when they announced the new Star Wars project, I'm like, I mean, I hope it's good. Like the Darth Maul series that's starting. I hope it's good. It's probably going to be not great or fine. And then you get something like Andor and you're just like, oh my God. I love that show. That's your girlfriend's taco. And there's nothing wrong with a gringo taco every now and then. But like when you want like a real taco, like a real Tex-Mex or Mexican taco, man. Oh, it's so good. Dan Delusional, greetings from Germany, man. Love your vibes. Hey, thank you, Dan. You probably said that like an hour ago. But welcome and thanks. I appreciate it. I just, yeah, I'm just chilling. We're just chilling here. They're not just Pokemon, Rob. I'm sorry. What's this Pokemon craze all about? I don't know. I mean, I'm just playing the game. Look, watching Game Dave play one of the Pokemon Leaf Green or whatever, it was like, that looks like fun, but it looks like another RPG, and I just don't. There's a thing about RPGs where sometimes I'm really into, the fight, run, spells, whatever, right? I'm into the, what is it, text-based? I don't know what you call that. Turn-based RPGs. That's fine. It's great. But sometimes I just want to play a fun game, and do things instead of just selecting a menu item. You know what I mean? And so when Pokopia came out and I heard all the stuff, and then honestly, I watched Beat 'em Up's video and was like, okay, this looks like fun. Because it has a little touch of Minecraft in there. I'm like, okay, all right, maybe. Watched the first like 30 minutes of it, and I'm like, yeah, I'm into this. And it's been really fun. So there you go. So Shazama said, To Catch a Thief 4K, I do have the Blu-ray of that. It's fine. Once Upon a Time in the West, too. Both of those. Wait, do I have? Yeah, I have Once Upon a Time in the... I don't like Once Upon a Time in the West that much. Look. I get it. I understand. People love it. I'm just okay on it. I don't think it's as good as the Leone trilogy, the regular, the Man with No Name, the Dollars trilogy. It's just my opinion. So I have the Blu-ray. I'm fine. And then To Catch a Thief, I have a Blu-ray. Fine. Man Who Shot Liberty Valance. I haven't seen that in a while. And King Creole I've never seen. But The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance is like, not sure. Crispy Chorizo, huh? Well, was that your nickname in high school? You can call me Crispy Chorizo. You know why? Because I am spicy. And a little burnt. I don't know what am I saying? I don't even know. But Bucho, welcome. So stoked to hear you writing again. Yeah, what was weird was I thought it was going to feel weird. But when I started writing, I was like, yeah. The only difference is I rewrote that section like multiple times, and I'm like, I need to stop doing that. I really like the way that Lee Child says that he does it. The guy that wrote the Reacher, like 29 Reacher novels or whatever. What he does is he will just write. And then what he'll do, or wait, maybe it was the other guy. It may have been the other guy, Ken Follett or whatever, which again, I bought that yesterday. I bought Pillars of the Earth which is a Ken Follett book. It's kind of like supposedly his masterpiece. I went ahead and bought that. Wee! But I mean, anyway. But basically what he says, he's like if you wrote chapter 1 and he gets to chapter 2. Well, what he does is he tries to end the day not finished. So that then all night and the next morning he's thinking, I got to go in there and finish that. You know, so you kind of leave something unfinished, right? But then what he does is he starts at the top of what he wrote yesterday and he rewrites it. And he goes through and reads it, and he reads it out loud. He reads it out. I think I'm mixing all the authors that I've been watching or listening to. But he reads it out loud and he makes changes as he goes. So that's that way by the end of it, that may have been, I think that's Lee Child. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I basically rewrote that first section that I wrote yesterday like 4 times. And it's like, okay, I need to stop doing that. I need to just go and just keep going. But I didn't. So, and then it was time to go. So, anyway, it's happening. It's happening. I will say it is a story. It's a Western. So, there you go. There's your news for the day. It's a Western. When we go to Mexican food places, I get a burger or chicken tenders. Yeah, and Ricky, you've said that you're kind of all tired out on that. And that's cool. I understand that. But yeah. I went through a phase of that too, where I was like, I just don't want Mexican food. Like I don't want to go to Chuy's. I don't want to go to El Chico. I don't want to go to freaking Don Pablo's. I don't want to go to On the Border. I don't want to go to any of those places because they're basically all enchiladas and stuff, and I'm just tired of that stuff. But then suddenly it was like, bring it. I want it. And so I've been in, like right now, I'm in a sort of anti-Chinese food kick where I was eating Chinese food like crazy. But basically any Asian food. You know, Korean barbecue and Thai food and Vietnamese. I was eating all of that stuff constantly for like 2 or 3 years straight. Then I got so burned out on it that I haven't touched it in a while. And I'm sure that I'll get back into it again, especially Korean barbecue because man, it's so good. But yeah, I'm just, I need some distance from that. So I get that. I got nothing about against Jesse Plemons, but I can't look at him on the cover of Begonia. I get ill. I love Jesse Plemons, man. He's good. I want to see it. Ground beef is usually picadillo. That's what they say. Or beef tacos is ground beef typically. Yeah, that's how they just have it on the menu because it's like here's all the meats that you can put in all of these things. So basically choose your protein. Yeah. I didn't even think you're in the source of Mexican cuisine outside of Mexico. Yeah. See, I'm going to argue that I think Texas is one of the most interesting places in the culinary world because you've got barbecue, you've got Tex-Mex, but then all of the other chains are coming here because this is where a lot of companies want to be. So you're bringing in things like In-N-Out. You're bringing in things like Shake Shack. So a West Coast thing, an East Coast thing. We've got we got Bojangles, which is a Southeast chain, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And then we got, what did we get? We got Portillo's, which is a Chicago thing. We got Hungry Howie's, which is a northern pizza joint. We got a Hungry Howie's. I mean, there's been so many different places come here. And so we get a great mix of everything, and of course we have a vibrant Asian food and fusion places here. It's great, man. But then again, you just kind of go, what meat do you want? It's basically what it is. It's like, what meat do you want and what do you want on the side? Do you want mashed potatoes or you want to have some kind of lima bean succotash or a I don't know what I'm saying. I was going to keep talking, but yeah. White people taco night has more flavor and less cilantro. Yeah, I'm a big onions and cilantro guy. Big. Like I'll have you if it's a street taco, it really doesn't matter what it is. If it's got onions and cilantro on it, I'm down. Okay, wait. Bonobo Juice said people cringe at the word moist, but for me it'd be morsel over moist. Rich, moist, creamy morsels. Betty Crocker black velvet cake mix. Mmm, tiny morsels of stuff in it. A morsel of moist morsels. Did you get Pocopia digital or physical? I got it digital because I'm not into the. Honestly, I just don't see a point in key cards, and I don't see a point, especially with the Switch. It doesn't. I don't like the physical. I don't like having to switch out game key cards or game cards, and especially Pocopia, which is a game key card. It makes even less sense. So it's one of those things, and I don't trade in games. So it's pointless to me. I don't have if we had multiple switches, but even that doesn't make sense because you can just do the digital. Hey, eject it from this one, and then April can play it on the regular Switch. Yeah, Minecraft and Pocopia, you may want to check out Dragon Quest Builders 1 and 2. I have almost bought that multiple times. Yes, but leaving it unfinished means you're not so daunted by having to start. Right, and you always have something to work on at the beginning. And what it does is it gets you back in the swing of your story, and hopefully by the end of it you've rewritten it a little bit, you've made it better, and then you're raring to go and you're raring to finish whatever the statement was or whatever. It's a cool idea, but I think in practice, I think there's probably going to be times where it's like, I still don't know where to go after this. And that's the thing. Like, I love the fact that Lee Child doesn't know. He doesn't know where he's going. He doesn't plan it out, which is just amazing. I'm just not there yet. I had to plan out some of this stuff, and I do have a sort of an outline of what this story is. There's still some stuff I don't know, but I'm sure I'll figure it out when I get there, if that makes sense. Latest pickup, Scooby-Doo's Laugh Olympics on Blu-ray, Young Sherlock Holmes on Blu-ray. Harry Potter fans should really look into that one, and Roger Rabbit on 4K. That's one that I really do want to get. That's one of those that every now and then it'll pop up on sale and I'll go, Roger Rabbit in 4K. I love that movie. I'm a burger at my restaurant man too. I don't even know what that means. Bonobo Juice, you get me, man. You get me. I've heard a lot of writers say that getting too caught up in editing early is a trap. They just say write and write and write, edit later. Yes. And I think that's part of the key is that like what lead, and plus, especially watching these authors talk about the process, especially, hey, you found your agent has found you a deal and now you have to go through the editing process. Those editors are going to go through that thing with a fine-tooth comb and try to make it the best it can be. You're going to end up editing a lot anyway. So there's no point in going through and doing 17 drafts of one page when you get to the publishing aspect, and you're going to have to edit more of it anyway. In fact, you may have to take this and put it over here or whatever, you know what I mean? So it's like that's the one, I think that's probably the biggest thing that watching these authors talk about the process is really cool. And it's really helped me to just go, yeah, I can just write and see what happens, you know? And again, just like when I was writing Chuckleheads, I'd write a scene and then all of a sudden I'd go, oh, and then there'd be something over here that I didn't even think of that, oh, I can do a scene about that. And that leads into this. And then it changes the way that works. And it's beautiful how it can work that way. So we'll see. Not always, Rob. Sometimes I get the dinner that has like enchiladas, beans, rice, and such, or something like that. I get it. But I'm also, I understand when you go, yeah, I'm kind of tired of that for a while. Jesse Plemons looks like Philip Seymour Hoffman and Matt Damon had a baby. Once Upon a Time in a Revolution is underrated and great while eating tacos. Once Upon a Time in a Revolution. I still want to get, there was that 4K that came out only in like Germany of Once Upon a Time in America. You know, Robert De Niro and James Woods, and I I almost pulled the trigger, but then I was like, man, they're probably going to come out with a better version here, because I've never heard of 4K Cult before, as far as a manufacturer, and I'm like, it's the same reason why it's hard for me to pull the trigger on that Kurosawa one, because I've never heard of that studio, or whatever you want to call it. I haven't heard of them. Label. How I Wrote Neverwood. Dreamt of the basic concept, looked at it like a movie, and thought of the big set piece moments I'd want to see. Started writing and created the characters, world building. Yep. And connective pieces to those set pieces as I went along, so I could be as surprised writing it as someone reading it. Doing the new one differently. It's really great that you're writing again, number one. Number two, that's one of the things that Lee Child said, writing the Reacher books. He says, I start off with just kind of an idea of, I wonder what would happen if we put Reacher in this situation. And then he figures it out. And he's just as surprised. And he said there's been many times when all of a sudden he realizes, oh, that's the killer. Like he didn't know who the killer was until he wrote to that point, and it was like, oh my God, that's the killer. And then he probably had to go back and fix some things that maybe didn't make sense. But that's really awesome when that stuff happens. It's the best part of writing is the big surprises. And the roads that you didn't even know were there. They show themselves. It's great. I had to Google him, but yes, a million times that is a perfect description. Phil, talking about Jesse Plemons, yes. I have the gene that makes cilantro taste like chemicals. Ah, okay. Well, that sucks. I'm sorry for that. Chris, welcome, sir. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well, and thank you for the birthday wishes, the belated birthday wishes. It's fine. I'm not one of those that's like, oh, I can't believe. Like, I was looking at my Facebook, because I'd barely ever go on there. I was looking at my Facebook, and I'm like, oh, only like 12 people wish me happy birthday. And I'm like, okay. I just moved on with my day. I didn't care. Whatever. It's just a thing. I don't know. Far be it from me to question Kirsten Dunst's taste in men. I mean, another successful trip around our sun. Yeah, I leveled up. Level 50, which is just nuts, man. I thought I would be different. But I guess that's the interesting thing. Is I've done enough things that kind of make me feel young mentally. I guess. I don't know. Philip C. Les Hoffman. It's a good point. No, you weren't reading Lee Child. You were reading a Julia Child's book. It was recipes, dog. Just noticed Universal putting some of their older movies on Blu-ray, like Warner Classics, just no label name. Really? I like that. That's really cool. Okay. I'm down. I am down. In fact, I'm gonna have a little bit of vape here. That lady could cook. Now, okay, here's what we're gonna do. We are gonna it's 8:00, and right now, well, why is that not clickable? None of that's clickable. There it goes. What the hell? So peanut butter cream's winning. Cupcakes in second place. Donuts in third place. So peanut butter cream is winning. So it's peanut butter and strawberry with cream. Bones. That's what's winning. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to let the poll go until we get through the what do you call it? The things I received this week. Okay? So get your last minute votes in. The first thing that I got is I was actually inspired by Rufus the Red. If you can imagine. I was inspired by Rufus the Red and got a little package from Justin Yates. Beep boop beep boop 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 boop. Sticker. Got a little ad for this. Come on, throw me a banana, will ya? New album available now. Beep boop. I don't know why I'm doing that. Tell Me Something Great, the podcast. So there you go. The podcast with a bunch of people. Look at that. Bam. And if you want to scan that, I guess you can. JustinYates.net and JustinYates.com. And then there it is. Tell Me Something Great. New album available now. If you go to JustinYates.com, he's got so many cool things. I mean, I'll tell you, if I ever decide to do some real merch, like real merch, I'm getting with Justin. And hopefully he can help figure that out, because I think that's really cool. And here's the thing. Justin has been, I would say, a relatively new staple on this channel, as far as like, you know, people that are interacting with us, especially in the hangouts that happen after the stream. By the way, Super Mario Galaxy comes out tonight. So we're going to have to end the hangout early because I got to go see the movie. But anyway, yeah, he's been awesome. So when I heard that all this stuff was happening, it's like, I want to support. I want to show some support. He sent me his first, I think this is his first album. The Jig Is Up. So there you go. And look, just look. Look at how young our Justin is. Look at him. So this was from 2011. And then he sent me Friend. So there you go. And this is from 2018. But I love the way, I mean, the attention to detail. There's a little slip thing here. His little thing, it goes in here. Very, very cool. The artwork is cool. The CDs are perfect. It's cool, man. It's really, really cool. I'm very impressed. And I will say that I put in Tell Me Something Great, and I listened to the first song and said, yep, I need that in my library. I really like this guy's style. It's very, to me, it's very, it's got a folk singer kind of vibe to it, but it reminds me a lot of, say, John Mayer, early John Mayer. And I got to say, I like it. So Tell Me Something Great, his latest release, I've got it. And yeah, great stuff. And then I also got a shirt as well. So I literally got this just a few hours ago. And there was a weird thing where I got it like I got the shipping notification, and it said it was delivered on Friday, but it was delivered to some company. And I guess it's one of those kind of in-between companies. It's like UPS drops it off here, then this person gives it to UPS or USPS, the postal service, to deliver. But there was no forwarding tracking number. So I was just like, I don't know if I'm gonna get this. And he was like, well, I'll send another one if it needs. I said, I mean, let's figure it out. I was hoping that UPS would say, oh yeah, that's just this, but they wouldn't answer me. They would say, well, the seller can call. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Anyway, so yeah, JustinYates.com. Go there if you're interested. And the way that I look at it is, we are all, I think a lot of us are creative in one way or another. And I think we should support each other. It's just like, I read Derek's book. Derek, who hasn't been here in a couple of weeks, he said he's been busy. But I read Derek's book. I bought Derek's book. I feel like we should support each other in the same way that, you guys support me. I should help support you guys. I bought Seven's book. It's like if you're doing something creative and it's no, I mean, After making Adventures in Game Chasing and seeing how that all went down, how it was like, wow, all these supporters, man, we're sending out these Vimeo codes. Man, this is going to be awesome. And within hours of us sending that out, somebody had ripped it and put it on torrents. You just don't understand what actual support does for you unless you're on the other side. And to see that happen, not only to, my friends, but it's also the work that I did. It's like you're giving away the work for free. And that's not the way that this should work. And I understand that there's a lot of people that will be like, oh, piracy, blah, 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 whatever. I get it. I understand. But the fact is, when it comes to small creators like us, we should support each other. And so I say, hey, if you're a fan of Justin Yates and you haven't gone and at least checked out his stuff, you should do it. It may not be for you, but I'll say this, it was for me. I put it, like I said, I put that first track on and I'm like, oh, hell yeah. So I ripped it and put it in my library. So there you go. I guess that's the best thing. Now, I haven't listened to all of it, like one of those CDs might sound like, Yanni mixed with, I don't know, Yoko Ono. I don't know. I haven't heard it yet. That might be weird. Yanni mixed with Yoko Ono. Who knows? But all I know is we should support each other. And that's the way that I look at things. So, yay, Justin. Good job. And thank you for the very, very fast shipping. Very cool. Then let's get into the 3. So the first of 2 shipments from Criterion, because I made 2 orders really about within an hour of each other. And I got the second order and then the first order didn't ship until today. I don't know why. But the first movie on the list is Frank Capra's classic Arsenic and Old Lace on Blu-ray, starring Cary Grant. This is from 1944. It's in black and white, if you didn't know already. It's got Cary Grant, Raymond Massey, Jack Carson, Peter Lorre, Priscilla Lane, Edward Everett Horton, James Gleason, Josephine Hull, Gene Adair, John Alexander. I don't know. I know a couple of those. But it is a Frank Capra movie, and I think I've seen this before. I can't remember. I think this is on our top 100 list, but I've heard enough about it, and it's Cary Grant. So I was like, screw it, because I love Cary Grant. So there you go. Blu-ray, Arsenic and Old Lace. Then, my second Cary Grant movie, His Girl Friday, in 4K. Starring Cary Grant and Rosalind Russell. This is from 1940. It's a new 4K restoration. This came out recently. When I heard about it, I'm like, I'm getting that. New 4K restoration of His Girl Friday, and it's based on a hit play called The Front Page. And included in this release is the original version of this movie called The Front Page from 1931, directed by Louis Milestone. So there you go. 4K digital restoration of The Front Page, made from a recently discovered print of director Louis Milestone's preferred version with uncompressed monaural soundtrack. So yeah, so basically 2 movies for the price of 1. Now, I mean, it's going to be the same story, but it is going to be interesting to see the differences between them. And I've never seen this movie, but it's Cary Grant. So hell yeah. There you go. Then the last film that I got from my first of 2 Criterion shipments. Again, shipment 2 didn't ship till today. But it is Christopher Nolan's first film, Following, on Blu-ray. Never seen it. I don't know. I don't know if it's any good, but it's from 1999, 70 minutes. This is before he became a sensation with a twisty revenge story, Memento. Christopher Nolan fashioned this low-budget 16mm black and white neo-noir with comparable precision and cunning, providing irrefutable evidence of Nolan's directorial bravura. Man, there's some of the word choices. Following is the fragmented tale of an unemployed young writer who trails strangers through London, hoping that they will provide inspiration for his first novel. He gets more than he bargained for when one of his unwitting subjects leads him down a dark criminal path. With gritty aesthetics and a made-on-the-fly vibe, many shots were simply stolen on the streets, unbeknownst to passersby. Following is a mind-bending psychological journey that shows the remarkable beginnings of one of today's most acclaimed filmmakers. Hey, Christopher Nolan's first film. And you know what? I don't think I've ever seen Insomnia. And I keep hearing, man, people are like, I can't believe you haven't seen Insomnia. And I'm like, well, there you go. I haven't seen, I'm pretty sure I haven't seen it. And I haven't, I've never seen this for sure. So it'll be interesting to go through. So there's that. Now, let's take a quick gander. Okay, we're tied. So Cupcake and Peanut Butter Cream are tied. Someone needs to break the tie, please. Someone break the tie. Because now we're going to go through what I watched this week. And the first movie, Showzama, Are You Here? All That Heaven Allows. This was Showzama's recommendation. It's Rock Hudson. It's Jane Wyman. This is directed by Douglas Sirk. In fact, I think this may be the first Douglas Sirk movie I've watched. I don't know. I can't remember. But this is from 1955. And this is the kind of movie that when you look at this cover, that's what the movie looks like. The movie is vibrant and beautiful to look at. The problem is I didn't really connect with the story. I watched the commentary. When I watch something, I watch all the special features because I'm just that kind of a nerd. But this is a movie where I'm like, man, I can really appreciate the acting. I can appreciate everything except the story. The story just it's too much melodrama for me. It's not the kind of movie that I like to sit down and, that I like. I'd rather watch another noir flick. You know what I mean? But I still appreciate that this was Showzama's recommendation. I am glad I own it because it is a beautiful film. If I ever do end up directing my first film, this is going to be a movie that's definitely going to be in the rotation of, hey, this might give me ideas because this movie is gorgeous to look at. And I think this is Technicolor, is it, huh? Because Technicolor, man, they really... Let me see if there's a... The way that the colors just pop. Okay. Look at her dress down there. Look at that red. The way that the red just pops. This movie is, like I said, gorgeous to look at. I just couldn't. Oh, look at that. That's a very nice. I mean, it's a beautiful looking movie. Like I said, I couldn't connect with it. And sometimes those things take time. Oh, there you go. That's a great one. Look at the blue on her dress, the color, the red hair, and the way that, of course, symbolically, Jane Wyman's character, she's the one on the right. She's, a widow. So she's in blacks and grays. And as she starts to come to life because of Rock Hudson, she starts wearing more vibrant colors. It's a very interesting, when it comes to color setting a mood. Very, very interesting stuff. But like I said, didn't really connect with it. So I didn't recommend All That Heaven Allows. Not sure who recommended it. I recommended My Man Godfrey and some other movies. Well, I loved My Man Godfrey. Well, let me see. All That Heaven. Oh, it was Joe James. That was Joe James, which I don't think I've seen him in a while. I don't know. Wow. That was a long time ago. Well, there you go. For some reason, I thought that was you. But hey, good. Thanks for letting me know. And so I can actually give credit. If Joe watches this, hey, sorry, I didn't care for it. But it's okay. Like I said, it's still beautiful. Now, this movie was a complete blind buy, um, because it's one of those movies that I kept seeing it pop up, but of course I wasn't allowed to watch it because it was rated R. It was 1984. What the hell am I gonna do? I can't watch those kinds of movies back then. But it was a movie that was always captured my attention. I always wondered what the hell it was about. Repo Man. Now, the artwork alone is one of those, man, just vibrant and like, what the hell is this movie? So the thing is about Repo Man is it's a movie about the punk movement. And this is a movie that if this connects to you, like I don't see very many people being in the middle on this movie. You're a fan of this movie or you think it's trash. I honestly, about halfway through the movie, because I mean, look, it's very punk rock. This whole movie. In the middle of the movie, I was like, this is horrible. And then by the end of it, I'm like, okay, I get what they're going for. This is not for me. But I totally get why people love this movie. Like, I totally understand it. But this is not, I was never someone who was really that into the punk movement. Of course, this predates me. You know, I was 8 years old when this movie came out, right? So it's not like I could totally get this. I mean, in the mid 90s, it was like this, it was a different punk era. It was more of like a more affluent punk, if that makes any sense. This is like almost like trash punk. You know what I mean? It's a different era and it's a different feel altogether. Like Iggy Pop. I'm sorry, I don't like Iggy Pop. Okay, he did the theme song, and I saw the little, the special features. There are a ton of special features on this, by the way. A ton of special features. This is one of those movies that, if it's for you, man, it's for you. If it's not, boy, is it not. And I'm somewhere in the middle where, like, I don't see a whole lot of people being where I am, where I'm kind of like, you know what? It's not for me, but I get it. And I can appreciate it. Now, am I glad that I bought it? I'm glad I got it on sale. I'll say that. Will I ever watch this again? Maybe not. I don't know. But I love Harry Dean Stanton. I love Emilio Estevez. There are a couple of lines in this movie that are hilarious that I literally laughed out loud. And then when the movie ended, I exclaimed, what is this movie? Because it's actually really short, 92 minutes. I was expecting something else. But this is one of those movies, man. It's a product of its time, and it is a perfect capsule of that time. And unfortunately, I missed out on that time. So now the next movie, let's see. Are we still tied? Oh, Cupcake is in the lead. Okay. Well, again, I've got two more movies or two more releases to show you. And then I'm going to hit end poll and then we're going to go from there. The next movie is a movie. This was a blind buy. This was a purchase because I loved the Steelbook. I thought the release looked cool and I heard the movie was good and I read the book and I loved it. The Long Walk. And this is the Steelbook edition that I got on sale before the movie came out. It like went really cheap. It went like $22 or something like that. So I got it for cheap. And the Steelbook is actually kind of neat. I like the way that works. It's very tight though. Very tight. But yeah, the Steelbook is really, really cool. This is a movie that, or this is a story based on an early Stephen King story. And it was in the Bachman books. So basically, this was, at least according to what I was reading, that this was like the first thing that he wrote. And he basically didn't want to release it as Stephen King, so he released it as as Richard Bachman. And I will say, as a movie, I think it's one of the most faithful adaptations. I mean, it is, of course, they're going to have to do things like they're going to have to combine some characters. They're going to have to remove some characters. I mean, in the book, there were 100. So two kids basically from each state. They basically made it one from each state, and they raised the age. So these are not between 12 and 18, these kids. These are all over 18, right? But I got to say, I was really kind of blown away by the performances. Of course, you got Mark Hamill there. You've got Cooper Hoffman over here. That is Philip Seymour Hoffman. Speaking of Philip Seymour Hoffman, that is his son. And then David Johnson, who was, in my opinion, probably the best part of Alien Romulus. I mean, again, super, super faithful to The Long Walk, the story. Until you get to the end. The ending is completely different than the book. But the book also ends in a very... The book can end this way because it's a book. There's something about a book ending the way that the book did. There's something about that makes me go, that makes sense. But that won't make sense for a movie. For a movie, you need something a lot more concrete, so they changed the ending. I'm still not 100% on whether I like it or not. But I cannot question the fact that I enjoyed watching this movie. This movie is so well done and shocking at times. Like, there are things in this movie, like if you haven't seen this and you want to see it, there are things in this movie that I'd never seen before. And it's pretty crazy. And the basic thing is that this is a post-war America. Don't really know much about it, but in order to raise the spirits of the world or of America, you can sign up for this thing, and it's one man from each state, and you walk, and you have to walk faster than 3 miles an hour. And it's basically whoever's the last person wins. And the last person will win an undisclosed amount of money and one wish. Interesting. It's an interesting concept. It's very Hunger Games kind of. And what's funny is this is directed by Francis Lawrence, who directed a lot, if not all, the Hunger Games movies. But it's really well done. I recommend this. I recommend it. I think Mark Hamill did a great job, especially considering that Mark Hamill was in another Stephen King adaptation last year called The Life of Chuck. And I still say The Life of Chuck is my favorite movie of last year. I loved it. Some people will say, there's no cynicism in it. There's no villain. There's no whatever. It doesn't matter. It's a great story. I loved it. So there you go. The Long Walk. Then, the final thing that actually took up the most time this week was a journey that I gotta say I really enjoyed. And it actually brought tears to my eyes. And that is the Tom and Jerry, the Golden Era anthology. This is every single Tom and Jerry cartoon between the years of 1940 and 1958. And it is awesome. Slip comes off. You get a little art pamphlet, the art of Tom and Jerry, which is just insanely cool. I mean, just, dude, look at that. That's freaking awesome. And it's shiny. I love this. I love it. This is great. This is great stuff. And this is absolutely the definitive Tom and Jerry release. Again, when you open it up, It's on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 discs. I think it's like 115 cartoons. And then the special and there's commentaries on a lot of these too, which I didn't watch a lot of the commentaries because this was long enough, okay? But the special features were great. I watched those. This was a fantastic release. If you're a fan of Tom and Jerry, this is a must buy. You need to buy this. It is that good. And they look insane. One of the other things that you might be wondering is that recently Warner Archive released a CinemaScope collection of the Tom and Jerry cartoons. They are all included in CinemaScope here. So I think it's in the last 2 or 3 years, its TV is blowing up because we're like talking mid 50s. TV is blowing up and people aren't going to the theaters anymore. So they decided that they were going to start making these cartoons in CinemaScope. And so instead of your 4:3, it's widescreen. And you get all of those cartoons in widescreen in this collection. So if you're wondering, you don't need to buy the CinemaScope collection, just buy this anthology from 1940 to 1958. It's awesome. It's absolutely worth the money. It is probably I don't know how I'll have to think about it. But this is one of my favorite releases in a very, very long time. This is an amazing, amazing set, and I'm a Tom and Jerry nut. So there you go. Beautiful, beautiful release. Of course, everything is unedited or unchanged from the way it was back then. So if you're sensitive to that, well, all of it's there. So that's just the way it is. But it is a beautiful capsule of something that was really, really important to me as a kid. I love Tom and Jerry. Used to watch it with my mom. It's just one of those things. Dude, there's one cartoon in particular with ants. Dun, 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 dun. And then what's funny is what made me used to lose my mind as a kid is the music would make me laugh. Dun, 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 and I'd be like chuckling. But then they'd go up the table, and then the table would start vibrating. Dun, 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 and it dun, 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 dun. Dude, for some reason I would lose my mind as a kid. I thought that was so freaking funny. And there's one where it's Spike, right? The dog, and he's got his kid, and he's tying up the picnic basket, and he gets on a diving board, and he's at the end of the diving board, and as they start walking on it, and they're bouncing on the diving board, and then they fall in the water. And dude, for some reason it cracked me up as a kid, and I was laughing with tears in my eyes because it reminds me of my mom. It was awesome. And Tom and Jerry is by far my favorite cartoon. More than Bugs Bunny, more than the Tex Avery stuff, Tom and Jerry was it, So highly, highly recommended. There you go. Are we still tied? We're tied again. Oh. Okay. I'm going to hit the end poll. If anybody has a last minute vote, get it in, or I'm hitting end poll, and we're going to do a Donut's going to take a back seat, and we're going to just go with which one, cupcake or peanut butter cream. I'm hitting end poll. Let's see what happens. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Peanut butter cream won by 1%. Okay. All right, so let's get caught up. And I'll get this done here. If you love the Dollar Trilogy by Leone, you have to watch Kurosawa's Yojimbo. Fistful of Dollars was just a remake. Oh, I have it. I own it. I own it right over. In fact, I have the Yojimbo Sanjuro Criterion little box set on Blu-ray. I didn't get the 4K because I just don't. Honestly, the Criterion releases, I don't think there's a need to. If you have a Blu-ray, especially for an older film like that, I don't think you need the 4K. And I don't watch Yojimbo enough to warrant that. So, but I do own it. Dan Delusional. And sorry, that was 12 hours ago. birthday self gift-a-thon. I mean, that's pretty much what it was for sure. Dude, you can't show that QR code. Stop. No, that's the different QR code. That's a podcast. That's just a podcast. That's not the other QR code. I didn't show the other one. Those aren't the ones. Those aren't the ones, Rufus. I would guess each QR code has exclusive content attached. I don't think so. This is something that you give out. This is something that you give out. This is for the podcast, which is for everybody, and this is for information on the Friend release from way back when. This is for yeah, there's just nothing wrong with that. No, the QR code for the exclusive playlist, I did not show that. So I'm good. I just sent Justin my extra capture card today. I haven't heard Yanni in years. True, support in all forms. Yes. And that's one of those things where it's like, you know, that's why I have a your own content section on the Discord. We should all be able to share that stuff. You know what I mean? All should be able to share that. I liked following. Which Insomnia? The one from 97 or 2002? I haven't seen either one. There's one with that stars Stellan Skarsgård. That one I have not seen, and I haven't seen the Al Pacino one. Why is my phone not working? Yeah, dude, yeah, dude, the links that he sent are just or the QR codes that I showed. That's for the TTMSGP podcast that is available to everybody. Let's see. This other one is just justinyates.net, which is apparently not working. Probably because he moved over to .com, and which is understandable. And then for this one, that's just his website. Yeah, which is justinyates.com. I didn't show the exclusive stuff. So, yeah. My vote always ends up the loser flavor. I mean, that's just the way it goes, though, you know? That's just the way it goes sometimes. All right, let's open this up. Peanut butter or strawberry with cream? Whoa. Wow, that is intense. That is intense. All right. So we're putting this on. This is so hard to show on because I don't have like a good setup for showing up closey stuff. Nope. Maybe if there you go. You can see my terrible fingernails. That, and then there you go. And turn it on. There you go. The vapors are happening. The vapors are happening. And then put the tank on. By the way, I just got in new glass because I broke the glass on many of my tanks. So I got a bunch of replacement glass in. Blah. It all goes in there. It's kind of hard to see. But there you go. Liquid in. Planning to get His Girl Friday 4K with Columbia Classics Volume 4. Yeah, and those Columbia Classics are cool, but it seems like every single one has a movie that I already have, and I'm like, I've never seen those other movies. It's hard to buy a set with a bunch of movies, and I might have one or two of them already. It's just hard for me, but I get it. Didn't recommend LOL Repo Man. Oh yes, I want to see Repo Man, never have. It's one of the movies of all time. And then Jody B, welcome Jody B. I didn't see you there. Repo Man is awesome, a really great Los Angeles punk movie. Yeah. Punk is about doing your own thing. And Ricky said, it's not a bad one, I just don't care to see it again. Iggy Pop rules those. I'm not an Iggy Pop guy. I do my own thing every time I do something. That's right, you do the thing. And then Pixel said, I do my own thing every time I'm on the toilet. That's right. I had a roommate in college who loved Repo Man. Yeah, I mean, I can totally see it. Like I said, I totally get it, but it's just not... That's just Super Troopers box art. Love how the glasses stand out on that cover. Yeah, the long walk. Yeah, it's really, really cool. It's really cool. Saw Iggy and the Stooges a few years ago. Four old men, but one of the most kick-ass live acts I've ever seen. And I've seen a lot of live shows. It's just not for me. It doesn't speak to me. He doesn't speak to me. Like even like his older stuff, and I've tried, and it's just not my thing. I took a rip on that, but didn't really get a whole lot. Because in order to get the sorry Shozama, real quick vape talk. But to get the liquid on, or to get the glass on the tank, to get the glass on the metal, there's an O-ring, and you have to lube up that O-ring with VG, which is just flavorless stuff. But so I just kind of got a very weak thing there. But if you want a couple of film noir recommends, you can get a few cheap from Arrow Academy on Blu-ray. Black Angel from 46, Phantom Lady from 44, Digital Laura 44, since the Blu-ray is a Fox release. Arrow Academy. Okay. Now I got to find mine. There it is. God. There are so many movies on this list. So many. Jeez. Okay. You know what? Here, I'm just gonna copy and paste. Can I copy? Are you serious? I can't. I can't copy and paste from the chat. That's stupid. 1946. Shozama. Oops. Phantom Lady, 1944. Digital Laura, 1944. Okay. Gotcha. Done. I mean, I don't know when I'm going to get them, but David Bowie loved Iggy Pop, and David Bowie was never wrong. I mean, I get that. I've just never been an Iggy Pop guy. The Mount Rushmore of coolest mofos in rock history: Elvis, Keith, Lemmy, and Iggy. See, I think that's I feel like we're in a different thing here. Top 5 favorite steelbooks. I gotta be honest, Movie High Club, I don't give a crap about steelbooks. I really don't care. That being said, my Lawrence is great. My The Crow is great. My Kingdom of Heaven, my Master and Commander, um, my Dark Knight Returns Blu-ray is awesome. Or Dark Knight, yeah, no, Dark Knight Rises on Blu-ray. But honestly, don't. I think steelbooks are dumb because they never end up being cool like forever. You know, they always get scratched up. They always get dented. I don't. I'm not. I'd rather have a standard release. So, best 3 zombie movies: Shaun of the Dead. I don't like a whole lot of zombie movies, to be honest. So I'm trying to think of what is it. Is it Day of the Dead? Is that the one with directed by Zack Snyder? The reason that I like that one is because that beginning probably 10 minutes is insanely good. The rest of the movie's okay. And like, I mean, a lot of Zack Snyder stuff starts really, really strong, and then it's kind of like, no, okay, the rest of it. But that one was really good. And then maybe Return of the Living Dead. But I'm just not a big zombie guy. Top 5 movies with a birthday in them. That's pretty rad. I used to watch Tom and Jerry a ton as a kid. I'm telling you, if you're a Tom and Jerry fan, you need to seek that out. It is so worth getting. And plus all of the documentaries and stuff are awesome. And to be able to see it in like pristine, they look so good. Like so good. Because they're does it say? Every fur-flying chase, every backfiring mousetrap, restored, complete, uncut, the ultimate compilation of animation's favorite feuding duo, Tom and Jerry. All 114 cartoon shorts, the entire series, as originally released in theaters by MGM during the golden age of Hollywood. For the first time ever, all in one set, they are now yours. So yeah, the restoration on that is just insane. So I think it's absolutely, if you're a fan, you got to get it. You got to get it. That ant episode was amazing, and Tom would bounce off the table, dude. All of that stuff, and there was a lot of. There's one there's one that unexpected like cracked me up. It's the one where Butch, which is the black cat, he's acting like a baby, and Tom and Jerry, or well, yeah, Tom's trying to take care of him, but Jerry's like, dude, look, he's trying to steal from the fridge and stuff. But anyway, there's a part where toward the beginning when he's all like, coo coo ga ga ga, coo coo, you know, or whatever, and Tom's like, and Tom puts him somewhere, and then he comes in there and he just puts milk in his mouth, and he goes, milk. And for some reason that I lost it. I thought that was hilarious. And I'm like, dude, I've seen this before, but that one really cracked me up. So, oh, I guess we should say what I think about this. Ooh. Uh-oh. I might have underwicked this because did you see the liquid come out? It hit my arm. Okay. It's really good. The problem with a lot of and it's not really a problem, but a lot of Stevie's liquids, right? From Stevie's Collective, I've noticed there's a dryness to his liquids. So it actually kind of like some of the really, really like high end liquids, they will I don't know what they put in it, but it doesn't dry your mouth out as much. This one, it makes me want to cough because there's a dryness to the liquid. I know that sounds really weird, but it is. It's a strange thing. Godfather 2. That's a great one with the with the birthday cake. Excuse me. But yeah, there's a harshness to the liquid, but the flavor is great. It tastes a lot like the Jam Monster, honestly. And he even has a Jam Monster clone. Like he tried to clone the recipe. This one is a little different. It's just a little harsher. I'm getting a lot of spit back, which is not helping. I'm gonna drink some water. — 1%. We own them in Kurosawa's. Yeah. Akira Kurosawa's. Only other ones I can think of are The Game and that Nick Cage Pedro Pascal movie, which both have a birthday as the inciting incident / excuse for the plot. I haven't seen that. I own it. The Unbearable Lightness of... Or the Unbearable... I don't remember what it's called. I own that movie and I still haven't watched it. It's because April wants to see it and we just haven't watched it yet. Star Wars 2. There's a birthday in that? Is that what you're saying? Those are the only two I got. So what the hell did I edit them out for? Oh, I'm not sure. I got a little card. Like a little card that says it's the, and then I read the thing and it said, yeah, don't give this out because this is all the exclusive stuff. But these are like promotional things. So that's different. So there you go. Those are the only two I got. So, oh, right. Top 5 second movies anyone. The Dark Knight. Does that count? I don't think that counts. Empire Strikes Back for sure. I mean, you could probably argue Two Towers. You could probably argue Aliens. The Bourne Supremacy. Dude, Before Sunset. That's a great one. Of course, there's the Indiana Jones movies. I mean, some people hate Temple of Doom. I really like it. So, I don't think that's one of the best, though. Godfather 2, especially, for sure. In fact, Godfather 2, Empire, and I'm not as big on Two Towers as everybody else seems to be. The Dark Knight, though. I'm gonna go with that. Speaking of young Sherlock Holmes, curious of your thoughts on it. I refuse to accept that Rowling never saw it prior to writing her books. Also an early example of a post-credit scene. I watched it back in the day, but it's not one that... It came out... When did that come out? Because it came out at its... All my windows just refreshed. So, wow. Sorry. Oh, that wasn't that bad. I want to say 85. It was a movie that I never saw. I didn't see until a little bit later. And it didn't appeal to me. But there you go. I mean, there you go. Oh, Terminator 2, absolutely. Terminator 2 is definitely one of them. Rush Hour 2, maybe. I'm not a big Secret of the Use guy. I'm sorry. Go Ninja, go. No, sorry. The moisture killed his phone. No, like I said, this is just weird. Gremlins 2? I still haven't seen Gremlins 2. Still never seen it, the whole thing. Was Jaws 2 any good? Not really. Jaws 2 definitely feels different. It's fine, but the first movie's come on. The first movie's amazing. The .net should forward to the .com. Not for mine. It said, it gave me a hey, this is not good. So don't go here. So means to me it's probably not working. Okay, either hold on, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna go fling this out. Hold on. Sorry. I think a lot of times it just gets flooded and then you have to vape through it. It takes a long time. It's really good. So good choice, guys. It's really good. I just I think I flooded the tank. But it's very tasty. So now we've got cupcake, which came in I mean, I wish I had another setup to ready to go, because that would be a perfect time to go, hey, let's just try cupcake now. But I don't have one set up. And cream donut. Both of those are gonna have to wait. Gonna have to wait. Saw 2 is actually one of my favorite Saws. I didn't really care for the first one. The first one was like, oh yeah, that's interesting. I don't want to see another one. Just not my thing. Saw's just, just not my thing. My friend's parents have a fun decorative item in their basement. One of the needles from the needle pit in one of the Saw movies. That's cool. One of the more watchable ones to watch, not best stories to those movies. Super Troopers. I was never a Super Troopers guy. That's another one that just didn't hit me. Dan Delusional. I'm so sorry for doubting your Kurosawa knowledge. I should have known better. Do you have a favorite one? I mean, that's Dan Delusional. I will say that is really tough because I really love. I don't own all of them, and there's still a couple. I still haven't seen Redbeard. I've got the Blu-ray coming from BFI. I still haven't seen, what is it, Dodeskadin? I haven't seen that one yet. I mean, it's kind of one of those. Seven Samurai is probably the best, but one of the ones it made it like it made a real impact on me is the movie Ikiru. It's not a samurai movie. It's not. It's a 1940s 50s Japanese film. Uh, but it's with Takashi Shimura. I couldn't remember his name, but um, I've owned this for years. It was one of the first ones I bought because I was like, oh, it's the guy from Seven Samurai in a dramatic role. This movie is beautiful. It is just a beautiful story, wonderful acting. This is a movie that I need to see again. From 1952, one of the greatest achievements by Akira Kurosawa. Akira shows the director at his most compassionate, affirming life through an exploration of death. Yeah, it means a lot to me, right? Takashi Shimura beautifully portrays Kanji Watanabe, an aging bureaucrat with stomach cancer, who is impelled to find meaning in his final days. Presented in a radically conceived two-part structure and shot with a perceptive, humanistic clarity of vision, Ikiru is a multifaceted look at what it means to be alive. This is one of those where, like, yeah, if you've seen the Seven Samurai and you love the Seven Samurai, yeah, absolutely go for Yojimbo and Sanjuro. Go for the Samurai trilogy. Go for some of the ones that are away from Kurosawa, like Sword of Doom and Kwaidan and all of those Harakiri. I've seen all those. Love them. But Kurosawa, man, as a director, really spoke to me. Hidden Fortress, of course, inspired Star Wars. I mean, and then Rashomon, and you know what I mean? You can go down the list, and I've got almost all of those. Dreams, which is a beautiful movie. Kagemusha, another great one. But go off the beaten path. This is not your typical, like when you think of Kurosawa, you kind of think samurai, Japan, all that kind of stuff. This is a great movie. A great movie. Like this is up there to me with Amelie as movies that are about life, and it's just beautiful. It's a beautiful movie, and I highly, highly recommend it. If you have not seen this movie and you're a fan of classic film, give this one a shot. It's great. And I think it's available on HBO Max to stream. So, even though Seven Samurai is probably the answer as my favorite, because I've seen that. I went and saw that one in the theater. Oh my god, it was great. But that is one that I need to watch that one again. It's that good. So, put the lime in the coconut. Remember Club Dread? I didn't. I'm just not a, what is it? Flame, whatever, lizard, broken lizard, or whatever it's called. It's just not my thing. Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, whichever one it was. The zombie kid at the beginning. Yes, so good. Agree with you on steelbooks. Now digibooks are tops. What are your top 3 digibooks? Digibooks. Which ones are? Oh, those are just the ones that. I'll tell you, hold on. I don't know if this counts as a digibook, because it is different than a digibook, but the Avatar Collector's Edition is awesome. And if you've seen, if you saw my video on this, so of course, slipcase, right? Beautiful. This is magnetic. So when you close it, it's awesome. But I love this release, and it's the reason why I haven't pre-ordered Fire and Ash yet, is because I have The Way of Water in this same release too, the collector's edition. This is awesome. Comes with 4 discs. This is one of those releases where, because I'm a movie fan, right? And I love the making of movies. There are so many special features on here that when you get to that last disc, you're kind of tired of it and you just kind of want to move on. That's how many special features are on those releases. So, if you want to talk about best special editions, the Avatar and Avatar Way of Water are 2 of the most comprehensive editions. A lot of James Cameron movies are like that. A lot of Ridley Scott's. Kingdom of Heaven is probably one of my favorite special editions as far as like all the special features. The Alien, the Alien Quadrilogy, or whatever it's called. What it's called? I don't know what it's called. Whatever that is called. That Blu-ray set that came out with all the, oh my god, with the Alien 3 director's cut, and or I'm sorry, assembly cut, I think is what they called it. All of those are just amazing. But anyway, that's one of the best. That's to me that's Halo 2 Steelbook. You don't even have to finish that. I know which one you mean. Butch Baby. Yes. Effed up the coil again. I don't think it's the coil, because it doesn't taste funny. And even the other one, I took after the show, probably the next day. It was probably the next day. I took the wick out and checked the coil. The coil was lighting up fine. So it wasn't the coil that was making that taste funny. It just, there's something in it. That was the blueberry donut one that we tried last week. It just, something about it just doesn't taste right. So I don't know. The day I got that Blu-ray, I watched through the first disc in one sitting. Yeah, I hadn't watched any of it until 3 days ago, and I've watched all of them. And I just basically, it was like, if it was one that I'd seen before, and I'm like, okay, oh wow, that does look great, or whatever, and then I would get on my phone or do something or whatever. But yeah, it's my child. It's like reliving my childhood, and there's not one of them. There's only one that I hadn't seen. And even then I was like, I kind of remember this one, but they didn't show it very much. And it was because of the, I'll just say there's a native character, and the native character it's pretty blatant. Some of the stereotyping that goes on in some of the older Tom and Jerry's. You know what I mean? Other than that, I'd seen every single one of them multiple times and seen like a bunch of different versions. Like I remember when they took Mamie Two Shoes and I saw her as a white lady. I saw versions that she was a white lady. And then I saw the versions where they redubbed her voice. And it's just like I've seen all those versions, man. But yeah. Hi from Argentina here. Cheers. Typo negative. Welcome from Argentina. Wow. That's just that baffles me. That's awesome. Good to see you. You have seen the game by your boy Fincher, right? I own the game. The Criterion edition of the game. Yes. Happy birthday to me and Creepshow. Is it your birthday 7th? If so, happy birthday. Flubber 2, the Gumshoe Ultimatum. I don't know about that. As far as oh, wait a minute. I'm not on live chat. Son of a B. Okay. Wow. God, man, when it does that, when it automatically updates my stuff, it sucks. It just automatically reloads. Oh, Wrath of Khan. Good call, Chris. That is a good sequel for sure. For sure. Order new PC on Steam. On stream. Order new PC on stream. Oh. Maybe. Possibly. Police Academy 2. Wraith, welcome. Good to see you, man. Wow. Ghoulies 2 for the win. I don't know about that. Melvor, if you're still here. Welcome. Hey, there's Critters 2 as well. I've just not into the creature features that much, but I don't know about Police Academy 2. Dude, the Police Academy movies not great. And nobody say RoboCop 2 cuz RoboCop 2 was not great. Oh, Mad Max 2, The Road Warrior. That's a good one. Wraith Short Circuit 2. That's an interesting one because I remember it not being good. And I think maybe it's just because Steve Guttenberg wasn't in it. But Bad Boys 2, I've heard that. I'm not a fan of the Bad Boys franchise. What's 5 bad third movies? TMNT 3 for sure. Alien 3 was bad. Jaws 3 was horrible. Pretty damn horrible. The 3D that had Dennis Quaid and Bess Armstrong and Louis Gossett Jr. Yeah, not great. I don't think Alien 3 was that bad. In fact, I saw Alien 3 in the theater. But see, like this is exactly the kind of thinking that my brain has. Okay? So in The Last Jedi, everybody hates The Last Jedi, right? Well, not everybody, but a lot of people hate The Last Jedi, right? Why? As soon as the your mama joke probably puts a lot of people over the edge, but when Luke throws that lightsaber over his shoulder, people lost their minds. And they're like, I hate this. Same with Alien 3. It starts off with them killing 2 of the characters. I'm not going to say who, just in case for some reason you haven't seen it. They kill off 2 characters at the beginning of the movie. And you're like, right? I'm that guy that was like, oh, really? Okay. Because I'd already read, I think at that point, I don't know if the comics had already come out or not. I think they had, like a continuation of Aliens. I think they had. But I was interested. I was like, oh, okay, what are you doing here? Like, I was always into you shaking things up like that. Kill off a character. Good. Now what? Now, how is that going to, you know what I mean? The dynamic completely changes. Okay, great. Let's move on. You know what I mean? So, anyway. I would say, this might cause some issues. I'm not a big fan of Back to the Future 3. Godfather 3. I don't hate it, but it's not as good as the first 2. Um, mm, oh, you could say Matrix Revolutions. A lot of people didn't like that. I still like the series. I don't care what people say. I still like the series. Um, I'm trying to look at all my sequels, my box sets. Would that count? No, probably not. I probably wouldn't count. I think all the Bourne movies are pretty solid, so I wouldn't say that. Um, I like Last Crusade. Ooh, here's one that it probably, if you saw the movie, you'd probably be like, yeah, that wasn't great. Battle of the Five Armies, The Hobbit. That one wasn't good. I think in that case, in for those movies, the first movie was the best. The second one was like, oh, okay. And then the third one was like, what are you doing? I do not like. Anyway, um, I'm not going to say Return of the Jedi because I actually do like it, but it's not as good as the other two in my opinion. I'm not seeing a whole lot of sequels. Oh, no, no, no. Because technically, wait, it's Doctor No, From Russia with Love, then Goldfinger, and Goldfinger's awesome. So From Russia with Love is awesome. It's Thunderball that I'm not a big fan of. I think Thunderball is. I'm not going to say it's the worst Bond film, but it's one of the worst. I actually think You Only Live Twice. God, that movie's bad. And then most of the Roger Moore ones, I'll say three of the Roger Moore ones are not really that great, but I still like them. So there you go. I like Aliens 3, but it is well hated. Wrong Turn 3. Never saw it. Terminator 3 isn't a goofy Terminator. Oh, isn't a good Terminator movie, but it's a hell of a badass action movie. I actually like that too. I have Akiru, and it's pleasantly good, and it's a pleasantly good movie for sure. Yes, you need it. If you're a Kurosawa fan, Akiru is definitely part of the journey for sure. Oh yeah. Oh look, movie High Club also didn't like Back to the Future 3. And Dark Knight Rises, I mean, I can see why people don't like it, but I like it. Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock, I like that one a lot. In fact, the only now again, I'm going to do a rewatch. I want to do a rewatch of the movies. But if I remember correctly, the only one that I did not like is Star Wars 5, The Final Frontier. That's the one directed by William Shatner. And for some reason, that one just did not hit with me at all. I did not like that movie. So, so yeah. Um, Happy Birthday to Me is a slasher movie, you uncultured swine. I don't like slasher movies. I don't like horror movies. Why would I know what that is? Sorry, I skipped a bunch. Goldmember, I think, is the third. Goldmember is not good, but I actually, in the theater watching that movie, I absolutely lost my mind at the mini me, the peeing and everything. The dude, I lost my freaking mind. I loved it. But that Avatar is pretty good, but not a digibook. Hamlet is an example. I just call that a snapper case. A digibook is. I thought Oh, I know what you're talking about. I think I only own one of those. I think I only own one digibook, and that's The Right Stuff. I don't think I own a whole bunch of digibooks. Digibooks are cool, but I kind of like the idea of having a separate book, but yeah. Sorry, I don't know where I was. Oh yeah, you're right there, right there. Michael Caine is the best part of Austin Powers 3. I don't know, man. That freaking mini me part just. I love Short Circuit 2 way more than the first one. Wow. Wow. Best series with the most movies overall, probably. Well, it's between Marvel and James Bond. I'd probably say Marvel. The Marvel movies. Do you consider that a series, though? I don't know. I defend Alien 3. It's really not that bad, especially the extended cut. Yes, Pixel. Yes, Pixel. Absolutely. I'm not a Halloween guy. I'm just not a horror for the most part, like slasher movies. Nightmare on Elm Streets. I've seen a handful of them. And Friday the 13th, I think I've seen 2 or 3 of them. And they're just not for me. So yeah, Happy Birthday to Me is not a movie that's not is gonna be on my list. But anyway. I took the longest nap. My phone didn't notify me. Have you watched Mario yet? No, it comes out at midnight. So 3 hours. Jaws 2, the cinematography and soundtrack outside of the main theme feels like a made-for-TV sequel to me. It's the Splash 2 of Jaws. Wow. The Thing 2, Crisis Charlie. Hello. I didn't know there was a Thing 2. E3, the extra testicle. Oh yeah, your butt day present hasn't arrived yet. Birthday present. Or butt day present. Thing 2011 isn't bad. It's just not as good as the first. Fast and Furious 3, I never care about watching. What about Battle of the Two Leggies? Well, that's a different story. Cosmo said, Dan Morell's rant about Jaws 2 with Kevin Smith was entertaining. I never saw that. Yeah, I never saw The Thing 2011. I do want to see that. And I see Vinny here? I don't like Back to the Future 3, but I do like Minecraft, this is not. No, it is not, Vinny, but welcome. Good to see you. Spider-Man 2, Back to the Future Part 2, Beverly Hills Cop 2, From Russia with Love, Christmas Vacation. Yeah, but that Christmas Vacation would be the third, because there's Vacation, there's European Vacation, then there's Christmas Vacation. So Christmas Vacation would be the third one if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure I'm right though. Vegas Vacation is the fourth one. Anyway, Johnny English Reborn, never saw. Clerks 2, Superman 2, X2, X-Men United. Ooh, that one's a good one. That one is a good one. I actually really I'm hoping that they really do the X-Men justice because I love the X-Men. So, this is Rob Kraft. That's right. I had heavy stomach issues for weeks and was at a point where I thought I had cancer. So to distract myself, I watched a Kurosawa that I didn't know. That movie was Akiru. Most intense movie experience I can remember. It just hit different. Sorry for my bad English. Dude, your English is awesome. But wow. Wow. Holy crap. I mean, I hope that worked out. I hope you got that worked out. Look, I mean, you're talking about Crohn's boy over here. 7 surgeries over 3 years and almost died. So I definitely have, gosh, I hope you're okay. Lost my shit at when we saw Mini-Me as Austin's clone and he hit on Beyonce. Yeah, Vern Troyer was pretty awesome. I actually met him once. I think it was at the Cinemark 16 in Grand Prairie. I think I didn't meet him. I saw him and I saw him. I didn't actually meet him. So, Game Chasers Season 4 is a digibook. Yes, the comic in it was my idea. Oh. Interesting. I mean, I do know that was a digibook, but I don't own a whole lot of. In fact, I think if I'm not mistaken, I think The Right Stuff is the only digibook I have. I may have another one, but I'm not thinking of it. I saw Short Circuit 2 way before 1 and I just liked it more. That I can understand. Especially if you have it, when you have like that connection to a movie like that, I get that. Beetlejuice 2, heard it was good, but I didn't see it yet. I'll say this, typo negative. Beetlejuice 2 has moments of brilliance, but it's not great. Overall, I don't think it's that great, but I enjoyed myself. Of course, I did see it opening night with my wife who loves Beetlejuice and all that kind of stuff. So it was a fun time, but I don't think it's nearly as good. Your English is better than mine, and it's my first language. That's what Bucho said to Dan Delusional. Blues Brothers 2. Oh yeah. I remember that. I never saw it, but I remember that. I enjoyed The Thing 2011. It's not bad, but just not as good. And what was weird is they had all the practical effects, but added some CGI on top of some of them. Weird. I prefer X-Men movies over the Marvel MCU movies. I get that. I get that. Original Shawshank Redemption Blu-ray release is a digibook. Yeah, mine's just a standard Amaray. I don't, like I said, I don't own a whole, I don't. Oh, wait a minute. I have one that, wait a minute. Is this in the wrong place? Oh, I guess not. I forgot I had this. Oh, with a receipt. $19.99. So yeah, I have a Man of Steel digibook. I forgot that I even had this. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Completely forgot. So I guess I own two steelbooks or digibooks. A shorter stream or shorter hangout? Well, what do you think? Because I have, well, again, I'm going to see this in a couple of hours. So, which means I need to cut it off around 11. So it's up to you guys. Would you rather have a shorter stream or, I mean, a longer stream till like 11, like around 11? Or would you rather cut off and go over to Discord? So it's up to you guys. I just figured we just do a longer stream, but I don't know. Amadeus I own, I still haven't seen yet, and it's like I don't know which version to watch. I think I have the theatrical cut, and I hear that the theatrical cut is better than the extended cut. Like the extended cut is for like it's like all of these scenes are good on their own, but they don't really work in the movie. So I don't know which one. So I just haven't watched it yet. Digibooks are nice. I'm a fan. That's one nice Lord of the Rings Two Towers game there. Oh. You mean that? Yeah. That was from Dreamy Warrior over on the Game Dave channel. Still waiting for a Steel Digibook Uber Special Edition extended cut of No Retreat, No Surrender. Not joking. Wow, Melvor. Wow. Watch the theatrical cut of Amadeus. Okay, well that's what I have. Well then I'm just gonna watch it. I kept waiting and I was like, should I just buy the 4K? Because I know that one. I'm pretty sure. Well, let's see. What is the runtime of the theatrical cut of Amadeus? 161 minutes. Okay. So the one that I have in my digital library is okay. Wait, don't I own this? Oh, I do. See, it's weird. Okay, I see that's what's dude, it's one of the things that I don't like about the way that iTunes does their stuff sometimes. It says that this is the 3-hour cut. So this says 180 minutes for the director's cut. The theatrical version is 161 minutes. what I have here, it says 3 hours, which means that's the director's cut. Maybe that's part of the reason why I'd done that. I don't know. By the way, like I said, a lot of deals over on iTunes right now, including, Clint Eastwood Collection, $15. The original series, Star Trek, right there for $15. I mean, there's a lot of good deals. A lot of good deals. Go check them out. And of course, you can just click on Amazon and see if there are any good deals going on over there. Hey, Escape from LA for $30. I kind of get out of here with the ad blocker crap. Hey, what about Vampiros Lesbos? I don't know. Let's get into some of the news, shall we? Before we get, like Shozama says, shorter stream. I don't know. Dibs on Rosalina? I'm so hyped. Wart, Mouser, Birdo, Ninja are in this, and Fox McCloud. I mean, yes, but here's the thing. I keep hearing things that it's more of like, hey, look at all this stuff we packed in, instead of just telling a good story. So that's kind of what I'm. You the streamer, it's up to you. I just enjoy chatting with you and the bros. Okay. Eventually I'll watch Mario Galaxy. Batman Returns is a good sequel. You know what, Typo Negative? You're right. I like that one. There's a lot of people that don't really care for it, but I do like it. I do like it. I know that there are fans of this movie out there, and so I want to first I want to refresh this page because it's got an ad in the middle of it, and I want to get rid of that ad, and it's not letting me. So okay, well, I guess we're just doing this. You guys know that the Mummy 4 is coming out. I'm one of those people that think, okay, but I'm not expecting a whole lot. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's going to be the next, it's not going to be Top Gun Maverick. You know what I mean? But John Hannah is returning, joining Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz. So the original crew is back for the Mummy 4. I just thought people might be interested in that because, it is a very popular movie. The Mummy is one of those that's, it gets a lot of attention. So there you go. There's that. Let's see. Borderlands. The scene where he makes that dude's song better while messing around is hilarious. Made me interested in it. Borderlands? Is that what Vampiros Lesbos has a great soundtrack. I'll take your word for it. I like more Rambo 1, but 2 is good though. Good too. Yeah, and 2 was co-written by James Cameron, if I'm not mistaken, right? I like Rambo 2. Oh, Amadeus. Gotcha. I still haven't seen it. Works out because I got to open in the morning, so I got to cut off earlier as well. Well, there you go. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, one of the best horror comedies ever made. Bill Moseley was a genius. Like, that's another one where I saw the first one and went, okay, I get it. I get why people like this. Do I like it? No. But I get why people like this. It's just not my thing. I'm sorry. It's just not my thing. I've dropped 158 frames. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, so this is the thing. Seeing this in a few hours. But I also wanted to let you know of some trailers. And of course, Shozama has been kind of Johnny on the spot with the trailers. He's beaten me a lot of times. Whereas I'm like, oh, he's posted it. Okay. But I do want to show a couple posters of trailers that came out today that are, I would say, worth a look. The first one is The Back Rooms. If you've heard of the Backrooms, it's a guy from YouTube who did these shorts that were very creepy. There's two posters, by the way. Um, and the trailer came out today, and it's coming out from A24. The director is 20 years old. So that's really kind of awesome. And I got to say, this looks like right up my alley. Now, here's the problem. And this is something that as soon as I saw the trailer, I went, but and then I'm sitting there watching a replay of the John Campea show from earlier today, and they're talking about this, and they say the exact same thing I did. One of the things that makes those Backrooms videos really kind of creepy is because you don't know what the hell is going on. The problem is with a movie is you can't just have a movie where you don't know what the hell is going on. You've got to answer some questions. And the problem is if you answer too many questions, the mystery goes away and the fun goes away. So I don't know. But all I know is I saw the trailer and I'm like, yeah. Because I saw I think when I'm pretty sure like very soon after those shorts came out, it came across my plate because Jacksepticeye was watching them. And Jacksepticeye kind of made me aware of it and made me go, oh, okay, this is a thing. It's just like the Slender Man stuff, the one with the like a big weird 1950s kind of robot in the woods, and it's all creepy and it makes like creaky sounds and it's kind of cool. I can't remember the name of that one. But yeah, so the Backwoods is something that I've been aware of for a while, and the fact that they're making a movie and the kid's only 20 years old, it's pretty cool, and I'm interested to see what happens. We also got a second trailer for Masters of the Universe. Slenderman. Slenderman. Just like, yes, Slenderman and Spider-Man and Superman. Right. But I got to say, the first trailer made it feel like a Dungeons and Dragons kind of movie, and it kind of made me think, oh, okay. Hand on heart, I've never been a fan of Masters of the Universe. I was too old when it came out, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I've just never been a big fan of Masters of the Universe as an IP. Chris, you get to hear what Skeletor sounds like, and I'm kind of like, maybe this could be good. But the problem is they show off so much in this trailer that it kind of made me go, okay, I don't know if tonally if I'm going to be down. Like I said, that first trailer gave me real Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves vibes, which I loved. I love that movie, and it's one of those movies where I'm angry that I didn't go see it in the theater and support it, and then come on here and do a review and get everybody I could to go, oh my God, you got to go see this movie. This movie's great, and support it because I loved it. The second trailer, I don't know, but it is out there if you want to go see it. And then the other trailer of today was for Supergirl. And I'm just going to tell you, this looks awesome. I've told you about this before, that when I heard that this was going to be based off of the graphic novel Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, I sought it out, I read it, and absolutely loved it. And it was so good, and was like, holy crap. I could have been a fan of Supergirl all this time. You know what I mean? It's one of those that makes you feel like you've been missing out because she's a great character and that is a fantastic story. That's what this movie is based on. And after watching that trailer, I'm even more excited for this movie, and I really, really hope people get behind it because I want this movie to succeed just because I'm a big fan of that story. And some people didn't really care for the first Superman movie or the David Cornsweet movie. I really enjoyed it. I've only seen it the one time. Didn't buy it yet. I mean, I want to buy it, but it's like I've talked about that before. Lately, buying brand new releases feels kind of not great because you don't get a whole lot of special features, and all you get are like 5-minute interviews where they're like, "Yeah, I love working on this movie." You know, I mean, it's just, of course, you're going to say that. You're getting paid. You're getting paid to pretend. Anyway, I love this trailer, and I'm really excited to see this movie. So just get ready because I'm going to be talking about Supergirl. I almost said Spider Girl. I'm going to be talking about Supergirl a lot, okay? Because I love it. I love that. I love that story. And then the last thing that I want to show you is that on the John Campea show yesterday, he broke the news, or I guess you could say the rumor, that since Jumanji they basically delayed the new Jumanji movie till Christmas. So December 25th. This leaves the door open for Doomsday to move up a week. So no longer Doomsday, but it could have December 11th, Avengers Doomsday, December 18th, Dune 3, December 25th, Jumanji 3 or whatever it is. And I got to say, when I heard him say that it made a lot of sense, it does make a lot of sense. Because there's going to be people that are still going to make Doomsday a thing, you know, regardless. But the reason that Dune 3 will not move is because they locked up 3 consecutive exclusive IMAX weeks, which means all IMAX screens will be showing Dune 3 for the first 3 weeks of Dune 3. Avengers could at least get 1 week of IMAX screens in before it's taken over by Dune 3. But also, they know that this Doomsday thing is really popular. If they come out a week earlier, they can get a huge first weekend, and then they're going to have a bigger second weekend than they might have gotten previously. So anyway, so it says December 18th. It may be December 11th. So we'll see. There's nothing, definitive on this, but I thought it would be worth bringing up because I thought it was interesting, and I find, theatrical strategy kind of interesting. So there you go. There you go. So that's really the news. There's not really a whole lot of news to show you. It's just today was a crazy day of trailers. So there you go. I love all the Rambo movies. Honestly, don't get why Rambo 3 gets so much insane hate. It's all right. Evil Dead 2. The soundtrack is psychedelic tinged jazz rock instrumentals, jazz funk lounge. Oh, you're talking about the Vampiros Lesbos? Got to give it a try. It's nothing like the first film. It has Dennis Hopper playing a crazy Texas Ranger. You got to see it. Do I though? It's just not like anywhere in my wheelhouse, And plus, like, I have 150 movies on my watch list. You know what I mean? It's like it's a nuts watch list of stuff that I actually do want to see. Like I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, I'm not trying to say completely no, but it's also like it's just not in my wheelhouse like at all. They look like they have sex faces. Well, I think they're being scared out of their mind. The back room's a no-go for me, not my style. And I mean, I get that. If they answered no questions, you get Skinamarink. I heard that was terrible. I heard that was absolutely terrible. And when I heard enough people say, this is not, and I go, no, not for me. Not for me. Were you able to see the movie Pacific Heights? We talked about it a few months ago on a stream, but you hadn't seen it yet. No, I have not. I think I still have it on my list. Wait. Am I missing it? Pacific. Huh. I don't actually have it on my list. Yeah, that's a movie that I just missed out on and never went back to watch. Which is probably, I'm not going to say that this is, oh, well, that's why you didn't watch it. No, this list has barely been touched. My watch list that's in my notes barely been touched because of my stack of Blu-rays and 4Ks that I bought. That's the hardest part, is like, I feel weird watching something like, for example, uh I watched the first episode of Daredevil, and then I watched the first 2 episodes of Paradise season 2, and I'm like, I gotta go back to watch it. You know what I mean? It's like I keep getting the pull for, because it's like, why am I buying all this crap if I'm not watching it? You know what I mean? So sorry, I have not watched it yet, but it is now on the list. Slenderman and Pastor and Associates. Helen Slayer, though, is still a great looking Supergirl. I still need to watch the TV show. Doom. What about Doom? What about Doom? What's the Rambo where he shoots a guy with an arrow and he lands on a landmine and explodes? I just remember he shoots an explosive arrow in Rambo 2, and it's just the boots sitting there. Skinamarink is so weird, but I do actually see what they were trying to do, and it honestly does it well. I heard Sly is starting a production company called AO24. Pretty sure that's not right, but hey. And Dan Delusional asks Melvor if he can imagine Mark Hamill as Amadeus. I don't know, man. I don't know. God, there's so many movies on here. Jeez. Wow. So many. I still have fan edits on this list too. And I'm sorry. I'm not, look, nobody that's a fan of fan edits is probably watching me on live stream. But I just can't do them. I can't do them anymore. They're too subjective, and I'm so tired of getting comments that say, "Hey, where do you find this?" And either it's in the description or it's nowhere to be found. So either people are not watching the video, or in which case, what was the point of me making a video? Or the creator has removed it from the internet and it's not available anyway. So it's kind of like, what's the point of doing these if you can never find? It's like, hey, here's this thing that I'm going to review that you can never get. Like, what's the point? There's no point in doing that. I mean, if it was a like I reviewed the theatrical Seven Samurai. Yeah, that was kind of cool, and it's a thing that only comes around, once a year maybe. And that's not something that people can just go do. But that's an experience. Watching a fan edit of The Hobbit is not an experience. I'm sorry. It's not life-changing in any way. So it's kind of like, what's the point? And it's subjective, and yeah, all the things. Anyway. Hollywood Rumor Mill at it again. Which part? You can catch up fast on movies by taking a break on TV sets. I'm done with TV sets. This was the last one. My stack over here is only about that big. Now, again, I got some Criterion movies coming, but those will go pretty fast. So these should go a lot faster, and then I should be able to catch up on my regular watch list on like the 100 movies that I purchased digitally that I still haven't watched. So, yeah. I don't know. But also it's like there's so many ones on here. Like there are people that I know are not around anymore. you know, because they've made it clear that they don't like me anymore. So I don't have to watch those. But some of these other ones, here's one, City Hunter from Ricky. Never watched it. Here's Year of the Dragon from Max. So, yeah. Oh, and looky here. Here's Lupin the Third, The Castle of Cogliostro, which is like, we're like 3 movies away. I'm like 3 movies away from that. Do I like the Omen trilogy? I think I saw the first one and was like, yeah, it's not for me. I'm just not a horror guy. You know what I mean? Just not a horror guy, like at all. But like there are certain ones that will stick out and go, oh my God, we need to do, I need to see that. Like, for example, The Back Rooms is probably considered a horror, but it's interesting enough that I want to see it. A lot of slasher films and older films like that, I watched The Exorcist. Wait. The one with George C. Scott. And people were like, oh man, this movie's great. The first one's amazing, but I just didn't like The Exorcist 3. It is Exorcist 3, right? I can't remember which one's which. But yes, definitely Shozama. I need to catch up on a lot of stuff. When will I be able to watch Megalopolis? That's important. That's a great question. Honestly, I think Megalopolis, you're probably going to have to surf the 7 seas. Yeah, surf, yes. Because I don't think he's going to make it available. I mean, the reaction to that movie pissed him off. And he's had to sell so much stuff. I just don't think. Yeah. City Hunter 2024 is great. Okay, well. There you go. When's the next Ghibli watch along, idiot? Slasher films are boring, but a movie like Nope, yes, please. Nope. Oh, yeah. Yes. Yeah. I've nothing against any movie that, like a lot of people have movies that they love. And for me, I'm one of those dudes that's just like, sometimes a movie will hit and sometimes a whole genre will not. So there you go. And for me, slasher films are a big no for me. So sail the 7 seas, whatever. I was thinking about web, like surfing the web. I get what you mean though. I just got done performing and I'm driving back to my house right now. Definitely make the Discord after party. Oh, Justin, if you're listening live, you may not be listening live. I'm going to see Mario Galaxy at midnight, so I've got to cut the stream off a little early. Wasn't Strange Darling a kind of slasher though? Not really. Oh, well there you go. So yeah, I think we're gonna end the stream regular time, but then we're only gonna have a hangout for like an hour. I will only be there for like an hour because I need to, we need to go to the movie. So yeah. Thank you so much for the kind words, and I guarantee my first 2 albums do not sound like Yanni and Yoko Ono. Seriously though, thank you so much for the nice words, the support, and everything else you do. Hope to chat more about things in the Discord. Cool. I'm so glad. And Rufus was worried that I was showing off the QR code, and I was showing off the QR code on your things. Not the thing, not the little thing, but the, your promotional cards, your cards that you give out to people and things. So, but Rufus is looking out. So there you go. You don't need to snitch, Robert. I can do what I want. Number 1, my stream. Number 2, this is America. You know why? Because I'm streaming in America, which makes this a 100%. I was about to go all freaking like, USA, USA, and I just can't. I don't have the energy for that. Not these days. But anyway, yeah, so stick it, Rufus. Basically. But no, I don't think that Strange Darling is a slasher movie. I think Strange Darling is just an interesting film. So there you go. I appreciate you guys looking out for me and giving me the trust with the top secret stuff. For sure. Do you have any movie recommendations about a sea voyage? Something similar to Vanishing, which I recommend if you haven't seen it. Wait, a sea thriller. A film in 3 minutes. No. A Dutch psychological thriller about Rex who spends years obsessively searching for his girlfriend Saskia after she vanishes at a gas station. Waterworld. Is that what we're talking about? The Vanishing? 1988 or 2019? There's so many different ones. Oh, 3 lighthouse keepers on the remote Flannan Isles obtain a mysterious trunk leading to their mysterious disappearance. Okay. Well, it appears there's a lot of them. 93, 98, 88, and 2019. And 2018. Holy crap. So I don't know which one you're talking about, but let's see. Sea Voyage. I mean, gosh, that's very specific. I still say that my favorite anything to do with the sea is Master and Commander. That movie is, gotta love it. I mean, of course the Pirates of the Caribbean movies are very, very fun, but Master and Commander is just, oh, I love it. It's not the same though. It's not like they're missing people or whatever. That's tough. It's tough. Ponyo, Little Mermaid. But Vinny, the biggest issue has been well, I mean honestly, the biggest issue is that there had been weeks where I didn't want to do anything extra. Like zero. Which is why I was thinking maybe we should just turn off the memberships cuz I don't know. But and March is of course over. April is going to be really interesting because there might be a vacation in there. So I don't know if that's going to affect things, and I got to figure that out. But yeah, we need to do another watch along period. I mean, I just think that we need to do another one. They're fun. They're fun to do. Even if nobody else watches the replay or whatever, because I have to put it on Google because YouTube won't let me. And I mean, I understand, but still. Why can't I find a single Game Boy battery, bro? I just used one. That couldn't have been my last. I didn't even buy them on purpose when I bought them. I don't know, Rufus. Damn. Why am I picking on Rufus? Rufus doesn't need that. Finding Nemo, Treasure Planet, The Road to El Dorado, The Big Blue, not like The Vanishing, just what I'm watching. Titan AE. Well, that's not really C. I love that movie though. Don't they use AA batteries, or is that for a personal project? Rufus. Oh, for the save battery. Oh, one of those. Isn't there some vampire boat movie? Yeah, the Voyage of the Demeter, I think. Is that what you're talking about? Vanishing isn't exactly about a voyage. Perfect Storm. Heart of the Sea. In the Heart of the Sea. Oh, you're talking about those little, almost like the watch batteries. It's cool, Rob. Don't feel burdened by the subscriber stuff. Yeah, but it's still like I still want to do. I still want to do it because it's fun. I still kind of want to do an adventures in game chasing one, but I just don't know if that's going to get the attention that I want right now. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I mean, I feel like I mean, I said a lot in the on the Blu-ray, but I don't know, man. And that brings up memories, and it's just like it's tough. It's hard. Master and Commander, definitely for sure. I mean, if it's movies about seafaring, oh God, I love that movie. It's so good. Check out Kontiki. So Stafaux said that Typo Negative should check out Kontiki. I don't even know what that is. It just happens. It's my personality. I make myself a target. Well, okay. I got Rufus's back. Don't pick on him. Just make fun of him constantly or continuously. I've never used the 1616 either. 2032's out the butt. Every Game Boy game that had a battery had a 1616. Well, there you go. I didn't know that. See, you learn something new every damn day. And I have 3 messages and I didn't look at them. I should probably do that. Oh. Oh. Well, hold on. Can you... Hey, I'm just going to take a real quick break. I'll be right back. Right back. Oh, sorry. Uh, let's see. Wait. Okay. Let's look up Kontiki. Movie. Ooh. Wow, that's bright. Sorry. In 1947, with 5 loyal friends in tow, explorer Thor Heyerdahl sails a fragile balsa wood raft along an ancient path. Oops. I need to... Oh, crap. Pause, because I don't want anything getting claimed. Sails a fragile balsa wood raft along an ancient path some 4,300 miles along the Pacific. It's got a 7.1 on... That's interesting. Here's the reason why I had to take a break. Number 1, I had to pee. Number 2, my wife finally gave me, and I said, don't, look, she's been working a lot. So she didn't have time to make my card, my birthday card, but she finally made it. So here's my birthday card. Okay. Oops. So that, and then 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 that. And it says, "Happy birthday to my favorite movie watching partner." There you go. I mean, these aren't hard to get, but that's cute, isn't it? I mean, come on. That's awesome. That's so great. That's so great. But there you go. I had to go get that and then tell her thank you and all that kind of stuff. Hunt for Red October and The Abyss are nice series. Okay, those are, yeah, not bad. Hunt for Red October, pretty good. I guess Pokemon games use larger cells. Well, I've always used 1632s or 2032s. I have like 30 of each. Wow. Whale Hail? The movie Triangle takes place on a cruise ship. We watched that. That was an interesting one. Consoles.com. Yeah, we actually watched that. That was one of our things. Pokemon Yellow Battery actually still works. Been running strong since 98. Wow. Was that here where I saw it? Maybe, Vinny. I can't remember. I mean, it's been a while. Threesome triangles are a good time. What? Oh, wait, you made a movie. Y'all are talking about all the battery replacements. I think we all missed the Adam Sandler masterpiece that was Going Overboard. Oh, yeah, and there's Overboard. That's not really a seafaring. Full screen, Rob. Oh, yeah, I can't watch trailers. Dude, I don't know how many times I've watched seconds of a trailer and gotten claimed. And I'm not doing that anymore. Not doing that. So, April's cards are ludicrously awesome. You're right, Bucho. They are. Thanks, babe. How about a sandwich? Right? Thank you, Chris. Thank you. I mean, my birthday was yesterday, and I don't typically make a big deal out of it, but I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. Even though it's like, to me, it's just like, yeah, I'm older. And now I'm officially too old for this shit. If you know, you know. Because, Roger Murtaugh turned 50 in the first Lethal Weapon movie. So, there you go. Tri-Wings. Yeah, that's right, man. I got Tri-Wings out the butt. The Castle of Cagliostro is my happy place. It's like, we're like 2 or 3 movies away. So we're getting close. Either a triangle or security bit. I fix the tip. And yeah, all those things. Yes. GBA uses the security bit. Whale Hail equals... Oh, Whale Hail. Gotcha. Just got the job at Audi. Gonna be getting tools again. Hey, congratulations. Congratulations. It's another Peanut thing. I haven't watched Peanut in a while. That's another thing. I've basically cut back on my Twitch streaming or Twitch watching. The only Twitch stream I've been watching lately has been Game Dave. And even then, it's like I'm multitasking, so I'm not paying attention. And then last week, I felt like crap. I don't know. Not too old. I mean, maybe. It's a job. Aren't they making another Lethal Weapon? Honestly, Wraith, I don't think it's going to happen. I think Danny Glover is pretty much retired now. And I just don't think that Mel Gibson can do it with anybody else. And all the wind went out of their sails when Richard Donner died, you know? Someday, boy, you are. I mean, look, Vinny, hey, I'm still a subscriber and I still want to be there to support you when I can. But then, you know, if you're streaming on the day that I'm turning 50, or, you know, April and I are doing something, I mean, I'm sorry. We've honestly been busy with other extracurricular family things too. And it's just this whole month of the whole month of April is going to be interesting. I don't know how it's all going to go. So, banned. Bucho and Chris have been coming through to my streams, and then Jinzu, same with you. I need to pop into your streams. I'm sure Mel Gibson can do everything needed in the movie, but Danny is probably actually too old for that shit now. Exactly. It's Always Sunny made the best Lethal Weapon sequel. See? Whoever recommended The Big Blue, I love you. See, there you go. There you go. What's The Big Blue? Big Blue. Dude, my internet is taking a crap. 1988. Luc Besson, right. The rivalry between Enzo and Jacques, two childhood friends and now world-renowned free divers, becomes a beautiful and perilous journey into oneself and the unknown. And it's playing the trailer, but I'm not even showing it. Your internet too? Okay, well, that's not great. Deep Blue Sea. Oh, boy. Boy, that's a movie. That is a movie for sure. I mean, for sure. Lethal Weapon 7. Into the Blue with Jessica Alba. I got it for $5 with Subway. Also $5 from Fanflix. Current sale. Well, there you go. And again, Showzama. I mean, I don't know if you saw some of those sales I showed, but damn. But hey, it's 10 o'clock. And we've only got an hour in our Discord hangout. So I'm going to jump over there right now. I want to, again, thank Justin for the expedient shipping. And again, if you guys are interested in supporting Justin Yates, he's in our chat all the time. He's a great guy, and I really like the music. From what I've heard so far, I really like the music. So go check him out, justinyates.com. Yeah, I just want to say thank you again for supporting me, just being here, you know, just chilling with me. I mean, that's fun, but again, you guys have been, you know, you guys are awesome. So I appreciate it. And now we're going to jump over to the Discord. And again, if you want to join the Discord, Nightbot, can you please put it up there? Nightbot. Hey, Nightbot. Thank you. There you go. So how can I make sure to not support Justin? Vinny says. And typo negative. Thank you. I appreciate it. So if you want to join the Discord, you can come hang out with us. We do an after stream hangout every week. We also, there's plenty of, you know, just throughout the week, we're just chatting about things. We post news about movie stuff and, you know, physical media stuff and just all kinds of stuff. And it's fun. So if you want to come hang out, come hang out. If not, no big deal. We'll see you next time. Next week on the channel. Let's see. Next week. I don't think there's anything weird next week. I think everything should just be normal. So, hey, y'all have a good one. Thanks again for all the support and the happy birthday greetings. It's very, very thankful, or very, very thoughtful and appreciated. So bye and stuff. Bye.